everyone, the time has come. The final day of Hot Button's 2021 Game of the Year Deliberations, which means we are down to our final two categories, Worst Game and Best Game. Best Game sitting at the top of a nice, organized top 10 constructed from our podcast crew, Austin Blakesley.
Yo.
John Chambers.
Yay.
Chelsea Romano.
Hi.
Matt Nudaboom.
Final Zug Zug for the final episode.
And me, Randall Beatrice.
Why do you keep saying day? This is one long recording. It's all the same day.
Yep, we haven't left.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's been a week. I edited it down a lot.
Yeah, man. Dude, I think my kidneys are shutting down from all the coffee we've had to drink to get through this.
You were allowed a 15-minute nap a day.
You're right. I should be more grateful.
Now, at the risk of repeating conversations or going around in circles, I do want to direct you all out there to please listen to our previous 4 episodes before coming here. I promise we've already been plenty thorough for almost every title that we're going to discuss today. Also, there will be spoilers, so watch out in case you were waiting to finish anything on our collective lists. We can't just jump right to the good stuff, though. We got to cut past the layer of shit first. This then raises the question, which shit is the shittiest? For Worst Game, we have Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, Skatebird, 12 Minutes, GTA Trilogy Remastered, Hot Wheels Unleashed, Balan Wonderworld, Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania, Battlefield 2042, and Destruction All Stars. Not All Star, right? Yeah. It's Destruction All Stars.
That's 9.
That's 9.
You read the number on the Excel sheet, but the top one is
Oh, yeah, I
is a
totally
label.
did.
Yes.
Oh, we
9.
bumped Alien on the list.
Yes, I
list.
took Alien off the list.
That's fair.
Executive decision. It's not that bad.
Just a quick anecdote here. I take back everything I said about Back for Blood after playing the Anacrusis, which is already a pretty high contender for probably the worst game of 2021 or 2022. Sorry, and even Rainbow Six Quarantine.
No,
Extraction.
Can't get it out of your mind.
I can't. I was not like that for 3 years.
You know what else came out since the last time we spoke? Paparazzi.
Oh,
And next year, I wasn't going to do this.
You're
next
coming back
year.
purely
I'm
for
coming back just to talk
paparazzi
about
promotion?
paparazzi.
As worst game?
No,
Because that's
fuck
what
no.
we're discussing right now.
Well, yeah, but I just want to talk about paparazzi. Basically, I just want to talk about
It's
paparazzi
clever.
right now. It's
I
the
get it.
best.
Yo,
It's adorable.
It's a packed Chelsea here. Little Witch in the Woods is supposed to
Come out this year. Yeah, I know. I've been waiting for that game for a very long time.
And I brought it up like 3 times.
I played the demo. It's very good.
Which what do we want to approach here first?
All right, I got one that I think we should take off,
Okay.
and I've talked plenty about it, so we don't have to cover it. I don't think Battlefield 2042 is as bad as the rest of these.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty sure it's just I think it's just a menu of a boat.
Yeah, that boat looks way better than half these games.
Yeah, good point. Let's cross.
Yeah.
Just because you only saw the boat doesn't mean that the only.
I think I saw the terms of service screen.
How were they though?
Yeah,
Did you read them?
You definitely picked through them this time, didn't you?
Yeah, those terms of service look pretty good in 4K. So
I gotta get what you can take off this list.
Mm-hmm.
Balan Wonder.
Oh, wait. So,
Nope.
So I was going to bring that up. So
Nope.
That is the craziest fucking thing that's ever been
I
pressed on a
didn't
disc
play it.
or
I watched
cartridge
someone
since.
play it.
yeah,
Good take, Chelsea. All right.
that is a perfect review of Balan Wonderworld.
Is that gonna stay in
No,
there?
I actually don't
No,
think
it
that's true. It's not boring.
No, it's not boring.
Yeah, it's insane.
It's definitely
Can
not
I-
boring.
Can I ask
That's
you
why
a
I say
question?
it reminds me of The Quiet Man or something. It consists only of missteps, conceptually and in execution.
Can I ask you a question? Very
Yeah.
important.
Okay.
Did you guys play Balan Wonderworld?
No,
I had
was
my hands
in
on
the
it.
room. I was in
For a
the
short
room
time.
while someone played.
How,
I was
how
tempted.
long is short?
Look.
Who the fuck knows?
No. We're not talking about worst fucking weird cartoon made by a depressed Japanese man. We're talking about worst video game.
Hey, don't talk about anime like that.
Balan
of anime
Balan-
like that.
I was already gonna
I knew I was gonna
remove it.
I knew I was gonna have to have this fucking fight because you like weird shit that crazy people
It
make.
makes no sense.
I know, but it also plays like absolute dog shit.
Yeah, it does.
Oh,
It
yeah.
gives me
And
motion
who it's for.
It doesn't render properly. Like if
No.
you walk like
The
5
technical-
feet
yeah.
away from a NPC, they disappear.
Yeah.
Yes. It's basically a Mario Odyssey knockoff.
No one
Created
needs
by the
to know what kind
Sonic
of
Adventure
game it
Nights
is
into
because it
Dreams.
doesn't
Mario
matter.
Odyssey.
No, but
so
it-
What they
hot.
need to know is
But
it's
that's where a lot of
no, we
that's where
haven't
it's
talked.
funny.
We haven't
The
talked about
acco-
this yet, and I will not let you cut this.
Okay.
I will not.
Yeah.
It is
The-
absolute fucking dog shit
Yeah,
to
but
acquired
play.
me saying
abilities
we
you
could
get-
cut it was more of a bit.
the-
'cause
Good,
this
I'm
game
glad.
The
deserves
majority
to
of the
be-
different powers you get, they're entirely useless or just tweaks of similar ones over and over.
And there are a lot of times.
without exaggeration.
There are a lot of times, and again, I didn't beat the game. But I played more of it than
anyone?
you.
How many of the bizarre like musical numbers?
There
that
are
you see?
times where you need specific outfits that
'Cause they
aren't
are
in the level.
annoying.
You have to go back out of the level, go to a level that has that outfit, get the outfit, then go back into the level to use the outfit. And if you lose the outfit, you got to do that all over again.
Yeah, that game is so well made.
It is
So
absolute.
Square
like,
Enix kept him on,
It's also
right?
it's also borderline creepy.
Like,
it's there's
Square-
just something off-putting
Square
about.
was like, listen, Yuji Naka, you.
Aren't the boss battles all just the same sequence of identical quick
Yeah,
time?
and then a dance
events
thing,
repeated?
which is the best part of the game. But
Yeah.
still, they were like, all right, listen, you're important. You made all the 3D Sonic games. There are people out there that like your work. We're going to give you one more shot. And he went, you think Sonic 06 is bad? I'll show you bad.
Neither of us got far enough to see if he like makes out with a human woman or something. Like
I have made.
Wait,
I
you
have
had
fucked,
to, you had to prep human? Why was that?
That's in Sonic 06.
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
How could you forget?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember
okay.
Sonic Adventure with the Chow Garden? What if we did that but worse? Way worse. Remember the platforming in
forgot.
Sonic 06? What if we did
Yeah.
that but worse?
Well, it's
way
Chelsea
worse.
brought up the NPCs that like
Disappear?
seemingly phasing out of existence. There are random invisible walls that do that as well.
In a platformer.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I will
The
say
animations
I
are
had.
stiff,
It was
too.
very entertaining watching someone play it,
Of course.
Yeah.
but I would never
Of
Ever.
course.
The art and character models are
play that game.
hilariously ugly. It also, I think it crashed on us.
I can't believe anyone would spend money. on that
$60.
Wait a second.
That was a full price product.
game. Ugh.
It bombed so
And then you gotta
drastically
earn
that
you gotta earn
Yuji
those-
Naka. Sorry, did we
you
say
gotta-
his name before?
I said
Direct-
Yuji
okay.
Naka.
Yeah, I
You
couldn't.
got to earn the gold
He
trophies.
kind of retired. He's making stuff by himself.
And the whole
now.
thing is like this weird quick time event that also sucks ass. Like everything about that game sucks so much ass.
You guys are gonna feel so stupid when he comes out and he's like, "It was all a bit." Like, not you all motherfuckers, especially you, Nintendo. Well, it's not
You want
console exclusive.
you want to hear the thing that I think will solidify this in like the top 3 or 5 of this list easily.
All right.
If you go onto the Balan Wonderworld subreddit, which I did,
Wait, does that exist?
yes,
How active is it?
and
Like,
complain about the story at all, they will tell you
There's a
have to read
story?
the novel.
What?
What?
There's a novel that explains the story. He published a novel
Shut the fuck
because of
up.
all the story that had to be cut out of the game.
Oh my god.
No way.
Yo,
You are
That's
pulling
awesome.
my leg.
Hold on.
yo, you.
Keep talking.
Yeah, I was gonna say. while you
Christmas
look it
gift
up,
idea.
hmm
Novelization about.
Oh my god, you
Wonderworld.
actually do have to buy it and put it on the
You're
shelf.
right. That our
yeah,
studio
the
needs
studio does need that.
really-
Absolutely. What's the Hat Man's name? Is his name Hat Man?
this. Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Chelsea, by the way, you think this got a print?
You
You think this isn't only a Kindle book?
the game got printed?
It's $9. You have to pay
Past
$70
$9?
to understand this game.
Next gen prices got crazy, man. Give that to Randy.
No.
So
I don't want it.
prove I'm right.
So I gotta say.
Oh my god, the name is so long.
Yep.
I gotta
Balan
say.
Wonderworld, Maestro of Mystery, Theater of Wonders. There's one too many like additional taglines.
Yeah, they've got a colon, a dash, and a semicolon in the title. Okay, you can only have 2 of 3. Okay.
Yes, I
Don't
they still got
accidentally
brackets.
slip my finger
bra-
and
yeah,
hit
bracket
buy now with
braces.
one
Yeah,
click.
yeah. Like,
Parentheses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also, I couldn't
They
help
coulda
but notice you have buy
underlined it.
now with one click.
I'm not logged in on the browser.
listen.
Smart thinking.
One piece of punctuation, ideal. 2 pieces of punctuation, pushing it, but fine.
Oh no,
Vampire-
there's no punctuation. It's all one thing.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Stream of
He didn't
consciousness.
put any semicolons or commas in it. It's just
That's
one.
not true.
Oh.
It's Balan Wonderworld, Maestro of Mystery,
Okay.
Theater of Wonders.
I didn't
Oh
even
my god,
notice
it's like
that,
the Aqua.
honestly.
It's like the
Exclamation
Aqua Teen
point at the
title.
end.
Yep.
It's like the Aqua Teen movie title. But wait,
I did an Aqua Teen colon movie film for theaters.
yeah. Wait. So, and this will come up. This actually covers quite a few games
Or
in this
Hunger
category.
Force colon.
You really do have to just kind of gawk at the self-delusion of Redditors who post on these game forums where it's like and they know that the game is shit, but it's like they still defend it whatever
Okay, well,
way
this
they
was
can.
another instance
Yeah,
of
think about Sonic fans.
a company keeping its fans hostage because they were like, listen, if this game doesn't do well,
Then we will
he's
shoot this
out.
man.
They're like, we will murder this man on live TV.
There's a Nintendo Life article. All our listeners are welcome to read it, as well as the people in the room, where this guy tries to argue that Balan Wonderworld is the 2021 Game of the Year. It is the funniest fucking thing I've ever read in my
parody.
life.
It's
no.
no.
He's serious.
Oh no.
It's because people really wanted that director to be able to continue and do stuff, but Square Enix
We're never
was
gonna
like,
get
hey,
a Nights into Dreams
hey,
too.
if you fuck this up, you're done. And then he
Nights-
fucked it up.
Nights into Dreams is the best game he's made, and it sucks. Yeah, he needs to be fired. And I don't say that lightly.
He was fired.
Like from a cannon into the sun. I'm sorry, Yuji Naka, but you really suck at making games. Get another job.
All right, so that stays for now. Let's
God.
I wanted to talk about that because we haven't talked about that game at all.
Yeah,
yet.
no, I agree.
Oh, I
have
needed
so
to rant about that game. Sucks.
I only heard about that game through word of mouth and how bad it was. Now that I actually hear you guys describe how bad it is, it's like, oh,
We
yeah,
should go
no,
play it
that's
after
Oh,
this.
it's
You
phenomenal.
you should see it.
Oh my
That's gonna be a
God.
future Christmas gift for you. Like,
it's
guaranteed.
impressive how bad it is.
Like,
Oh, why did I even? I'm telling you, Randy. Listen, The Quiet Man was 3 hours, and I play every bad game.
Yeah.
Wait. I play every bad game you've ever given me. I couldn't get through 3 hours of it. It was so
you gonna get through the
bad.
Quiet Man?
No,
I can't get
The
through
Quiet
it.
Man is like a fine piece of filet mignon to fucking like the Balan Wonderworld's like school grade lunch
This
meat.
is steak
prison grade lunch
tartare
meat.
at a diner.
Yeah. Did you say tuna tartare?
I said steak.
Steak tartare?
Yeah.
They sell steak tartare at diners? I feel like that should be illegal. It's raw.
Okay.
Yeah, we can move on. Randy,
Yeah.
let's talk about Hot Wheels Unleashed.
Oh boy.
'Cause I don't know if this belongs with the rest of these.
No,
It's
I mean it was
bad.
a total letdown. But of these, it may be one of the few entries I
Okay,
could be
Balan
convinced to go
Wonderworld
back to again.
Is the standard. Okay? That's the standard we're at.
Okay,
Balan
all right,
Wonderworld.
all right.
We have two games on here that I think I hate more than Balan Wonderworld.
Assuming
but
alcohol was supplied, I could play more Hot Wheels Unleashed.
I agree. assuming Diet Coke was supplied, I could put more Hot Wheels Unleashed. I think we should cut it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
We've talked about it. It's got problems, but it's nowhere near.
No,
It's way more fitting for disappointment than worst game.
because I think we
sure.
should also cut Nickelodeon.
Yes.
It isn't great.
Again,
I don't know if I call it good, but it lended itself well to some nights of
Nickelodeon and
Little
Hot
enjoyment.
Wheels are both fun games that have huge problems. They're way more fitting for
Yeah.
disappointment.
I'd rank that above
Yeah,
several of these.
That's
others.
the problem. Is like that Nickelodeon was like my surefire pick for disappointing because it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's just a letdown.
Plus, it may
Mhm.
it may get better.
And
It's
that's
got
it.
Garf.
I was gonna not only that, but it's like you're right. It's like
Yeah, he throws
I will-
lasagna at people.
I will give it the chance to improve because, like you said, the foundations are good. It just needs more.
It's got
Seems
good
like a
bones.
waste of lasagna.
Yeah.
To feed a cat.
No,
Well,
to
you-
throw it.
You kill them and then you lick the lasagna off their dead corpse.
Well, that is a cat thing to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe it.
All right.
I also have another cut, just because I think we gave it its due in disappointing, but
You gonna do GTA?
yeah, just because this is up there for me mostly just from it being so downright like just fucking insulting, but
It's still
not to
fun
mention the dirty
play,
air
like,
surrounding
Still-
it, but
it's
yeah.
still a good game.
At
It's
No, I
still
wouldn't even call it the
GTA.
worst remake of
At its core, it's still a fun. It's still GTA.
Exactly.
In fact, we did not
Yeah.
call it the worst remake, did we? Oh, we didn't do worst remake.
No.
What's the
No,
worst
that-
remake?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know what the worst remake is.
Oh, he's
Still
gonna
on
say
this
monkey
list.
It
ball.
is still on this list. I will. The last thing I'll say about GTA before it's gone is like, because I think this is what solidified it for us on day 4 was you just saying like the rock star pedigree behind it is like still shocks
It's
me.
insulting, but
Yeah.
it's not a bad game. It's still the
No,
GTA.
but it's like considering how militant they are about their attention to the most minor, like the smallest detail.
I will
but-
say, people trying to like genuinely defend that remake is my favorite thing. Like people will
Wait,
go,
there's
people will go
who
into
are
the
these
woods
people?
and take a screenshot and
Where?
be like, it looks fucking phenomenal. And it's like, because you're in the woods with trees where they couldn't fuck anything up. But it's always, all those pictures I noticed are always from like the back of the head too. So you can't even see how fucked the face is.
I think you brought up before, Austin, like they changed all the filter stuff, so it just looks like every game in the collection is the same. It's utterly charmless. Like
Well, it's ported with Unreal, correct?
yes,
You can tell because it has Unreal assets and Unreal lighting. And the
Oh.
problem is that GTA was cohesively made.
yeah.
And their new
They
characters,
captured the cinematic essence of those time periods like so well.
their new
and the
characters are all
locations.
cartoony, but the environments are like Unreal environments where they're like well lit but like GTA kind of requires like a little bit of flat lighting and flat shadows, especially if you're gonna go cartoony. But no, it's not a bad game.
I would like to do an ad hoc nomination while we were talking here, real quick, because I would like to discuss two games simultaneously.
I'll get on it.
Okay, I would like to nominate The Ascent.
Hmm.
I do have something I want to say about it. You're welcome to cut it, but I would like to nominate it.
Okay.
Okay. I will get my thoughts out of my head now, and I also want to talk about 12 minutes. Are we cool with talking about that?
12 minutes is on here.
on here.
Definitely. Are you cool about me talking about that right now?
Yeah.
12
Okay.
minutes? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, to address The Ascent, okay. Sean, you said that the single player, it worked smoothly. You wound up enjoying it.
Relatively enjoying it.
Relatively
Yeah.
enjoying it. Okay.
I mean, our experience was definitely held back by the
By the-
issues.
I mean,
like the-
Again,
that
I
we
think
had.
that those issues lend themselves better to disappointment, which it was nominated
Sure.
for, as opposed to
Sure. And
worst
yeah.
game.
so,
I think as designed, there's
The
something
game's
there.
not great, but the game isn't awful.
when I look at that game, and it's like, you know, and I looked at the reaction to the game, and I think this follows up with the Balan Wonderworld. Okay, there are mediocre games and there are like unfun games. When a game launches and it's just not functional, it's not a game at all. It's just trash. If you can't play the game the way it was intended to play,
No,
then that's
you are
what we're
right.
getting
That's why
into.
gaming, it's like the least subjective form of the creative arts because it does need to.
Yes, and
Work.
and,
Function.
and
Yeah,
it just
like it has
it
to
just
work.
needs to work. There's stellar games with like, everything works and locks together smoothly. Okay, there's okay games, there's unfun games, but if a game just doesn't play, it's not a game at all. It's a piece of crap software. And so it's like the reason I want to lead into this was The Ascent is all of these games that are notoriously shit, okay, but you go on, specifically for me, there's subreddit, okay, to
Somebody else who didn't run into the.
well,
the
no,
same
I would say
problems.
I went on there and I complained about this issue of like, is this game unplayable for anyone else? And I got a couple of responses and found
Okay.
several other threads saying like this game is utterly broken.
Yeah.
And a lot of probably game devs coming on there being like, this is the intended function, yada yada. Okay, but then there were a lot of people on there. The top posts that went to the top were like these fucking like cheerleader posts about just like, it's like this game came out today. How are you this fucking in love with this game and making like artwork for it? But
It's
anyway,
people telling. I mean, it's like I
I was
was.
that in love with paparazzi too. But
But
that
was it-
game worked.
but I was gonna say, but that game worked. Yeah,
I mean, I was like hella jazzed for The Ascent until I played it, but I know what you mean, and that people do want like they want to be validated. Like
That's-
if,
and-
this is
if you make up your
Again,
opinion
though,
before,
this is a matter of expectation because a lot of those people played it by themselves, and
I
the
think
game was marketed with
as a
co-op in
co-op
mind.
game, but then
But then the co-op didn't work. But a lot of people
like every trailer was just
played
So-
it
the
alone.
co-op stuff.
But just the fact of just like this game came out today and you're already so jazzed about it that you're ranting
Well-
about how amazing and how beautiful and how much and how good the art and making like fan art,
But that's a matter of expectation. People get too excited for games before they come out,
which led me to the and the
and
topic
then they
I-
become
Community
and then they
aside.
become cheerleaders for the game because they don't want to admit that they were wrong.
and that is exactly the point I was getting to. Is just like I think when you mentioned with Balan Wonderworld, it's just like you realize you're like, how could you really love this game so much? And then you come to the
I
conclusion.
think people like that director.
Yeah,
that's
but
his-
Sonic
the director.
Sonic fans.
Ascent has some merit
Shouldn't
that they
be,
can
uh,
hang on. Sonic fans are deranged and delusional.
so.
Yeah.
So-
Well, but that
and
leads-
they've been beaten down so hard for
Yeah.
so long that
Well, they like the abuse at this point.
Yeah.
It's like Stockholm
Yeah, they're
syndrome.
battered spouses essentially.
But that leads me to the point I want to address, which is like, oh, you like this because you were already so hard, you were already invested in the game or the company before it came out that You
Well,
wanted it to be good. Well, wait.
Okay.
Which segs me into my next topic.
Well, that's what I was going to pivot over. Like, what offended you more? Because like 12 minutes, I think worked as designed.
So wait. Let me.
Yeah.
I've constructed this on my head. Leads me to my next point of expectations of a game, and then it being bad, but it still is. Everybody lauds it and gives it high review scores. 12 minutes is the perfect example of a game I thought was mediocre. The design choices.
I'd say mediocre at best.
And mediocre, it's worse than mediocre. That game is shit.
Every single that game could have been.
I mean, it
so
wasn't
much
insufferable.
More.
We all finished it. I mean, the
Yeah,
short length helped,
That game
and it was free.
could have been so
it's
much
not
more.
insufferable.
Free,
It functions. It's just
It was maddening.
You think of
it's
that-
infuriating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got to a certain point where I was like, all right, fuck this. Tell me how to beat it so I can just
Yeah.
say I finished it.
Yeah. I mean,
so you
that's
could just find out that you're a sister fucker or whatever.
Pretty
Yeah.
much, yeah.
yeah, that's script.
Expedite
I mean, these
process.
actors all deserved better, but
I can't believe any of them agreed to this.
We had an entire conversation one night as I was playing WoW, great game, where we dissected this and we all agreed that it's like this game had so many good ideas, especially just looking at the trailer, but every design choice they implemented it just hurt the design choice. I feel like every design choice they made wound up just kind of kneecapping the other parts of the game from the narrative. It's like,
well, that's I mean, it's like the mechanics on top of this it's crazy limiting.
Yeah.
The game, and there are like little objects of importance, really. Like what initially seems open to player choice comes to like just a ass grinding halt when you see what doesn't matter. The excitement we felt the first couple runs wore off.
I can just sum up that no part of that game is good.
I think like the first 3 runs.
The writing is bad. The performances are bad. The game looks like shit.
The one thing
the narrative's bad.
All right, hold on, real quick. I don't think the performances are bad. I think they're disjointed in how like
I'm not blaming the actors.
Because they recorded a bunch of separate lines, so it's like they'll sound calm and then suddenly fly off the handle.
Yeah,
like,
that's bad.
Yeah, well, that was like. So that was my main issue right from the bat. Is like your wife is like insane. Like you'll just be talking to her.
They all sound manic.
Like you'll just be talking to her and like suddenly she's just like, I can't take this, I'm leaving. And it's like she just fucking leaves the whole apartment.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. There's a lot of like dialogue options I went down where I really expected something
better to happen, and then she
not just
flies
be like,
off the handle.
explode, and then just be like, oh, this day is done. Like, because the loop.
And trust me, also, I'm not defending 12 minutes, but like I do think it's a cool, like I like the perspective. I know it hides some of the lack of detail of the character models. Maybe that's
a lot of good ideas wasted on just awful execution. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to say that 12 minutes doesn't have ideas, but the fact that none of those are executed well at all.
Yep, you said it perfectly.
Nothing is executed well.
When you see like when you discover like the malfunctioning light switch and like the makeshift weapons, you're like, oh, this is gonna go places.
And it never does.
And that fades like immediately upon the realization that you can't change the outcome, like just beyond the individual like those use cases.
You get zapped by a light switch and you go, well, that's going to be important, and it is because you need it, but you need it for one function and one function only.
Because there's truly just a single path, and diverting from it just leads to endless repetition
and frustration.
Yeah, and frustration because the loop is just like restarting the loop is like
pretty much. I think exactly because there's a number of mandatory loops you have to go through, about like 13 or 14. Past 6, they all are the same thing: talking to your wife, and then
it's all just like dialogue in the correct order, or you're just
that's like, it. I think like towards the end of that too, you're at least skipping all this dialogue, to get new information. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you have to restart the loop and then use that new piece of information to get one new dialogue option. And then you do that like 3 times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh my God, this is just like, who made this? Like, who made it this way? Mm-hmm. That is a good way. You know what? Yeah. You're right, Austin. I'm trying to think about it. And it's just like, what was one thing that game executed on well? And it was nothing.
Well, I'm going to also bring up another game that executes, because I think this.
Oh, by the way.
All right.
You're welcome to cut the ascent. I just wanted to say.
I think that's fair.
I do. Okay.
Assessment.
So 12 minutes, I would keep.
I am gonna cut Destruction All Stars. It doesn't function all that well. It had a lot of lag problems, And the game doesn't have any particularly great ideas. It's just kind of a shitty mashup
It says-
of Twisted Metal and Burnout.
It says about a lot of the quality of it when, like, less than 3 weeks after it was out, everybody forgot.
It's just
Like,
uninteresting. It doesn't.
yeah.
I
It holds, like,
didn't-
no space in my brain. That's
Yeah,
why
right,
I
and it
failed
just-
to
I
remember
don't
it
even know what
again.
game you're talking
has no
about.
draw.
And that's not even a bit.
It's
I know.
it's a game that's supposed to be played like repetitively almost, but it has
Very
like
forgettable.
no draw to be played.
It just has no, like,
Aren't the servers shut down already?
no.
No, but I bet you probably can't
no, you
find
said they're
anyone.
empty though. No one's
They're
playing
empty,
it.
yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say
They'll get shut down soon enough. Don't
Well,
worry.
I was gonna say if they're shut down already, that seems like a pretty good metric for being a pretty shitty game you launched and then same year
Yeah.
got shut down.
I have a soft spot for people that try different things. This is the reverse of Knockout City.
Yeah,
When I
was
saw
gonna say
Knockout
that.
City, I was like, that doesn't look great. But also, you're making a 3v3 multiplayer dodgeball game. Like, good on you. That, and it was fun.
Yeah.
And then Destruction All Stars, I'm like, you're trying to bring back car combat? Okay.
I mean, I love that.
No.
I don't. Not what the result was, but
yeah, it's just.
I do want car combat to come back.
But it's not like.
Which is funny because the rumor was that the people that made Destruction All Stars were going to be doing the next Twisted Metal, and I'm pretty sure.
They got fired.
Yeah, so they're bringing in I forget, but whoever it is, I'm sure is a better decision.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cut that,
All right,
and then why don't you talk about?
I want to.
Ball.
I mean, of everything in this category, Banana Mania is the one that I would. I just don't want it to exist. I wish it never came to light. Like the GTA
You're gonna get
Definitive
mad.
Edition, it serves to do nothing but sour the history and potentially put off anyone from becoming a new fan.
That was the first one I played, and I'll never play again.
I don't.
Gonna cry.
I don't think.
I don't know if I'm gonna win this.
I don't think it hangs
fight today.
with the other three.
Yeah, I
But
don't think so
you guys
either.
can. You can
Because-
You hate
pull
it.
it off
I
disappointing.
was
hate
gonna
it
say,
because-
yeah, I was
But
about to.
okay,
that,
but
yeah.
like, hold on.
Okay.
Follow me here. Objectively look at it. Objectively look at it and pretend you didn't have the reverence for Monkey Ball that you have. Is it the worst game, or is it just?
There's two angles to that where it's like, no, but also, like, to Matt's point about the Ascent, like, there is so much about this game that is just broken, but I think the bulk of people maybe wouldn't notice,
Yeah.
Right.
which is like,
Right. So
And there are a lot
to
of
that
Monkey
point,
Ball fans that like just kind of rolled with the punches and adapted to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say to that point, it's probably like a larger audience than you think that like played this game, even though it's a broken version of
Yeah.
a better
or
game.
kids, or they're just like, oh, I recalled it.
Yeah.
Like just and then
It didn't have that type of deep connection that you do. I definitely
Sure.
understand
Yeah.
it being your personal worst game, but I don't think it has the reach and the widespread, like unappealing nature that
Then
you have because of your,
Can you guys do me a favor?
No.
Can it be number 3?
Yeah, absolutely.
No.
Can I
It
cut
doesn't-
it? Can it
that
be
list-
the last one
That
we
list
cut?
doesn't exist.
Yeah,
wait.
keep
No,
it on here
no.
for
Yeah.
no, make them feel better. Keep it on here and cut it after whatever we cut
Thank
next.
you.
Well, wait a second. Okay.
That counts for something.
Okay, we only have 4 games left on
Mhm.
this list. Did
Yeah.
we talk about Skatebird?
No,
No.
we're saving that one for last
Because
that's the winner.
Skatebird is ass.
Skateboard sucks
It
shit.
actively made me angry. It plays terribly. It runs like garbage. The attitude is probably the lamest thing I've seen all year. The physics, the camera, like
Yeah, it's all bad.
to the point that like Austin it was like after we were recording a Hot Button episode one day. I don't even remember which one it was.
Mhm.
And you were like, you need to like. He's like, I'm making you play this.
Yeah.
Like he went to the he went to my
It's a
console.
shame
all day.
too because that game looks adorable.
Yeah, the birds are cute.
And-
That was actually I
was-
watched the Wholesome Direct, and that was
Oh, that was
probably
in
the
there.
only game on the Wholesome Direct that anyone here would be willing to play.
and I did play it. And the thing is, it starts you off with a character creator.
I feel so cheated if I didn't.
and the character creator is adorable as all.
That is the
hell.
best part of the whole game.
You can
The animations.
You can
on,
pick
like,
from
the
like
birds, yeah.
20 different kinds of birds and put little hats and sunglasses on them and customize
See,
their
now you're just
skateboard.
making me want to play it.
Go for it.
Oh.
You've been forewarned.
You'll just like clip through the and like even the sound design, like it just it it's entirely unfinished.
To give you an example,
completely
you're playing
shallow.
Tony Hawk or Skate, right? Or Skater XL or whatever. You go off a vert ramp, you go straight up. You expect. I understand this isn't how physics
to have
work
some like
necessarily.
momentum to launch you. I mean,
You expect to have some momentum to launch you. You expect to gain speed coming down, and you also expect to land back on the lip
Yeah.
at the very least. Which is like, if I went up a vert ramp with a bunch of speed, I would not land back on the lip because I don't know how to skateboard. But you don't even do that. There are like spine transfers. You'll do a spine transfer and just hit a piece of the environment and fly off your board. Just like all this stuff, Tony Hawk is just like, yeah, this is supposed to be fun, so this is automatic. Like manuals, spine transfers.
also, like, correct me if
gaps.
I'm wrong. This game has been in development for a while, and
Yes.
in a world where we had the Tony Hawk Pro Skater like 1 and 2 remake, and even like Skater XL in session, and Ollie and all that stuff.
I
Like
was
this
about
is in like this.
I was
this
actually
shit
about to
just-
say, I was like, there seems to be a lot of indie skateboard games out there these days.
Yeah, they were
Skateboard,
filling
Ollie, yeah.
a void
A
after
void.
like Skate and Tony Hawk took such a
Just-
long hiatus. But
It's I don't know, man. I mean, I've already played 12 minutes, but if you asked me, if you said, "Hey, we've got everybody you've ever known and loved by gunpoint, and you have to play through the entirety of either Skatebird, 12 minutes, or Balan Wonderworld."
not that Game Pass excuses.
Obviously, I'd pick 12 minutes because it's short and I've already played it. But if
So
you
you know
took-
what to do. Yeah.
But if you took 12 minutes out, I'd still think I would play through the entirety of Balan Wonderworld before I would touch Skatebird ever again.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, it's infuriating.
I'm with you. Honestly.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
And we didn't even talk about that mode. Do you remember?
The dude mode where they replace every other word with dude.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I mean, Austin, like ready?
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Consider this: is 12
Yeah, I
is,
want to play that game. Now I just want to play Skatebird.
is 12
Oh.
minutes
You guys sold
simultaneously the most disappointing and the worst game of the year for you?
For me, no.
It's not disappointing because I didn't have a lot of expectations going in,
Oh,
but that's why it's such a high up in this category.
yeah.
Because I went in with no expectations, being like, "Oh, this will be a fun time for 30 minutes." I couldn't get 30 minutes in.
Yeah.
I would say
I in fact, I
You
played it.
instantly
I
know.
played it for 10 minutes.
Like,
Quit, started again an hour later, and went, I must have been doing something wrong. And then I
Mm-hmm.
played it, and then that's when I messaged Randy. I was like, "You have to play this," because I'm like,
how is this?
I'm going insane that this is like a thing that somebody thought was fun.
100%.
Yeah.
so.
You played it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
So-
can't land like any tricks
Mhm.
without it. Like physics just freaking out.
I was going to suggest cutting 12 minutes because the other 3 entries on this list, they are, from my understanding, pretty much just broken. 12 minutes, we got to the end of it.
We did.
It
Well,
was bad
okay.
design, but the other games are just straight up, they were released
So hold
broken.
on. We have 4.
Yeah.
We've discussed them all.
Yeah.
Let's go around and do a vote and see where people are at.
12 minutes in Balan Wonderworld.
Okay. I'm going to say 12 minutes in Skatebird.
Skatebird and Monkey Ball, but I know
Mhm.
Monkey Ball ain't getting it.
I was going to say Monkey Ball and Balan Wonderworld. Yeah.
Mm.
I never played Skatebird, so I don't know.
12 minutes in Skatebird.
Okay.
Wow. We have
Where did that leave us? Do
Yeah,
we have a
that
whole-
kind of like just mixed the whole
I didn't
board
play
in there,
Balan.
yeah.
But
So here's the thing. It didn't help a lot because 12 minutes got the most votes, but 12 minutes is also the one
I think 12
everybody
minutes
in
got
this room has
2.
played. No.
I think they all got 2.
Did they all get 2?
Yeah.
12 minutes got 3 because she said 12 minutes, I said 12 minutes, and Sean said 12 minutes.
Oh, I was surprised you
And then
said
wait,
12
what were
minutes.
your
Yeah.
2? Skatebird.
Skatebird and Monkey Ball.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you really like? Sorry, I don't know, but you said 12
Skatebird
minutes
and 12 minutes.
and not Balan.
No. If you were like, hey, I was joking earlier, but if you were like, you got to play one of these 3, I think I'd pick Balan still. And I don't like Balan. It's a bad game. But
Yeah.
it's interesting.
It is interesting. That was my defense when we first
It's
brought
not
it up. but-
interesting, it's funny.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I think that's kind of what makes it somewhat
But that's
interesting.
what I mean by interesting. You're just like baffling. You're just
Yeah.
like, somebody thought this was a good idea. That's crazy.
Someone made this and Square Enix published it.
Yeah. That's insane.
Like, Square Enix was like, "We're in too deep. We need to put
And
this
then
out."
you play 12 minutes and you went, you shouldn't have. You had an idea and you fucking bungled
not
it.
to sound crazy here, but
And
like
then Skateboard,
12,
you're just like
12 minutes. I like I said, it worked and we finished it, and I didn't regret it. Like I think it like,
I did.
Like it's. I think that's a game to like.
That was time I could have spent doing literally anything else.
I mean, I
could
was
have
so
stared at a wall. I could have jerked off. I could have done a lot of things.
I could have
but
jerked
instead-
off at a wall.
I could have jerked off
I got
while
like a
staring at
couple
a
hours.
wall.
I got a couple hours in, and I was like, "This is awful. This I just want to get through it, so I'm done with it." And I wanted to be over.
There's the tiniest iota and stuff in 12 minutes I can kind of like get behind. I'm so repulsed by Skateboard and Monkey Ball. Like all it took was, like I said, just like grabbing the paddles and it just being like, nope, it's off. Like this doesn't work. And Ballin's kind of similar, but at least
But I was Ballin's biggest defender to keep it on this list in the beginning. But I'm saying, like, you said there's an iota of stuff you can get behind in 12 minutes. I'm all about letting insane people make insane video games. Okay?
yeah.
And I'm more about those
So I love
insane
Suda.
people spending far too much money. And that, in my mind, is the thing where I'm like, Balan Wonderworld is like, it's almost like, I said you shouldn't make video games anymore, and I still agree with that statement. But Yuji Naka, you're pulling the greatest grift this world has ever seen. The only person who has a better grift maybe is Michelle Ancel, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh,
And Wild.
That's not real.
Michelle Ancel, who? Beyond Good and Evil. Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. It's sometimes hard to differentiate disappointment from bad.
Right.
Because
That's kind of the point that I'm trying
Your
to...
expectations are all weighing into it, and I think if we...
Well, what's everybody's number one?
Skateboard.
I was going to say Skateboard. You guys are kind of... Well, okay, so ready?
We should have fired it up before.
Balan Wonderworld, would it, like... I would say that is my number one.
Okay.
Sounds like
That's
it's...
fair.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
that's fair enough.
Balin. This
Yeah.
is my number one.
Balin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Balin.
Like Becky.
Sean, what's your number one?
Skateboard.
Okay.
Would people sleep at night with Skateboard and Balin?
No. I mean, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be fine with
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry.
Balin was my next.
I would be
Alright.
fine with it. I think 12 minutes sucks, but they're all bad. So I say we cut 12 minutes and then we cut Monkey Ball. Are you happy?
Hey, you remember.
No, we cut Monkey Ball, then we cut 12 minutes.
Like,
So
Banana
now-
Mania was all about splitting hearts in a way.
You know
but-
what?
So now
There's-
comes the fun discussion
Those are both...
because we got 3 for Skateboard, 2 for Balin
Yeah.
for worst. But
I'm okay with Balin being second.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You guys
It's
okay
like-
with that?
It's an honor just to be nominated as well.
Yeah, I
I
don't
was
really.
going to say...
It doesn't deserve first in anything.
I was going to say...
it's not even good at being the worst game of the year.
It's not even gonna be the worst.
I didn't play either, but both of you seem to feel very
Well,
strongly about Skateboard.
If there's enough time after we record, we're going to make you play both.
Yeah.
Oh
That'll be
God,
funny.
Matt, you poor soul.
My God, the lovely company I keep.
You've heard it here, folks. The crown of shit belongs to Skateboard for being the worst game.
Is that a
Don't
hat you can
play
put
it.
on him?
Yeah, and the slightly smaller crown of shit belongs to Balan Wonderworld, which is that game also has a lot of hats.
I will say, Randy. Sorry, Super Monkey Ball didn't get disappointed.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Here's the thing I'll say. If it has a better chance of being forgotten this way.
Yeah.
Wow.
As it should.
Don't spoil his Christmas gift, dude.
I already know what I'm
For his
getting.
birthday, I'm going to buy him Monkey
Everything
Ball
on the list.
on PS5, and then for his Christmas, I'm buying it for him on a Series X. And then for an Easter gift, I'll buy him the Switch version.
Oh boy.
And gift it to him on Steam for St. Patrick's Day, you know.
Oh my God.
Now that we've cleansed ourselves, who's ready for the grand finale? A top 10 ranked from the slightly lesser awesome to the most awesome, the best of what 2021 had to offer in the field of video games. This is regardless of platform or genre. The things we felt stood out in a league of their own above their competitors: the design, the mechanics, the innovation, the controls, the artwork, the narratives, the performances, the music, the sound, the emotions, the loops, the victories, the memories, creations, and the blood and guts, and everything in between. This is what we were able to bring it down to so far. Here we go. Psychonauts 2, Halo Infinite, Resident Evil Village, Deathloop, Inscription, Life is Strange True Colors, It Takes Two, Emily is Away 3, Marvel's The Guardians of the Galaxy, The Forgotten City, Guilty Gear Strive, Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Hitman 3, Forza Horizon 5, Death's Door, Solar Ash, Metroid Dread, Returnal, No More Heroes 3, Kenna Bridge of Spirits, Dark Pictures, House of Ashes, Chorus, Unpacking, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, Valheim, Jackbox Party Pack 8, Chicory, A Colorful Tale, and Pac-Man 99.
Who?
Rounding out as an even 28.
Who wrote Endwalker on here?
It was me. Yeah.
Because they put Final Fantasy 16 Endwalker.
Oh, I think Randy typed
I
it.
wrote it for you, but I fucked up the
Roman numerals are hard.
XIV.
Yeah.
I mean, to
Sorry.
be fair, I know it's XIV because
That's
I
crazy
type it
that
every
Final
day.
Fantasy 16's on here. It's not out yet.
And that they would name it Endwalker.
Yeah, it's crazy. To start, what we're going to do is everybody is going to go, we're going to go around the room in reverse order that we've been doing. So Sean, Matt, Randy, myself, Chelsea. Everybody's going to pick one game to star that doesn't necessarily 100% guarantee that it will absolutely be in the top 10, but it pretty much 99% guarantees that it'll
Okay.
be in the top 10.
No, I like this idea.
And that 1% is just so people don't pick joke answers pretty much.
Balan Wonder.
That was gonna be my joke, you
Yeah.
fuck!
I'm gonna
All right,
I'm gonna
so-
hold you to a legitimate answer on this.
So there's 5 of us, which means about half the top 10 will be kind of like
Personal picks.
Solidified?
yeah, and then we'll kind of like
Mostly solidified.
Mostly.
Mostly.
yeah,
Because there's a genuine shot that like
and then we'll trim it down
there's a game that we
through the
all
rest of them for the other 5.
there's a game that we all don't pick but we all agree should be on the list, and it's like we might cut something else to put it in its place,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
There's more than a few games on here that we don't even need a single representative for because we're all like unanimous.
So Sean,
Start this off.
I'm on the edge of my seat. What will he possibly pick?
Let's see. Curveball answer. Go fuck yourself. Yeah, Returnal.
Yeah, obviously.
All right.
Yeah. This is tough, but this is like the one game that comes to mind that had like a really big impact to me that I loved from start to finish. Forgotten City.
Okay.
Hey, all right.
That game, I'm glad you guys all enjoyed it because I loved it to death,
Yeah.
and it was one of those experiences where it was just like, this game is incredible. I loved it.
I'm gonna throw Chelsea for a loop because she thinks she knows. What
Oh,
I'm
I
gonna
know what's gonna happen.
Well, now I it's between 2 that I think you'll pick.
Top 10 anime betrayals.
pick. Halo Infinite.
Yeah, that was it. Was
Mhm.
yeah. So that means wait. Does Randy go ahead?
No, you go first.
Oh, Psychonauts.
All right.
Yeah.
Damn it! because
This-
now
all right,
it's
sorry.
now
You
it's.
can seal it.
We did it out of order.
I think I know what you're doing.
Well, I was hoping somebody else would say Resident Evil Village, so I
Oh,
could
okay.
I could
Yeah, yeah.
say
Lock it-
Inscription.
Dude,
So now I have
lock
to.
it in, man.
Yeah.
Do it.
Keep in mind that doesn't mean
Of
the
course.
village or Inscription
Yeah.
won't make the list.
Well, I'm gonna
obviously,
lock in Inscription.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Even because I don't
All
think I'm
right.
gonna have to fight people that hard for Village.
You
but-
heard Randy. Resident Evil Village is our first cut of the night. That's crazy.
that is horrible. What you just did.
You heard it first. Village is worse than Inscription.
All right,
Better than
so-
Inscription.
So I'm gonna
Randy
start.
thinks so.
I'm gonna start his second list. So we have Psychonauts 2, Halo Infinite.
I shouldn't have wasted mine on Psychonauts, a game I know is going to be in there.
That you could have Endwalkered everyone.
Yeah, I could. I should have. Oh fuck!
It's still possible.
I'm working it in there.
That's Forgotten City.
I'll have you know that they fixed the. Well, they didn't fix the queue issues. Have died down. However, the game goes back on sale tomorrow.
Returnal.
Oh well, by the time you're hearing this, folks.
Yeah, I might
You'll
be
be-
fucked again, but
All
they
right.
are tonight. Maybe as we speak, depending on what time it is, they might be adding a new data center to it right as we speak.
All right.
They're
so-
building it.
Yeah, they're building.
So there's going to be the other thing to to note. There's going to be a lot of conversation in the back half of this because we're going to have to argue positioning of games we all love.
Yeah.
So I say
Do we want to go around and cut something each now?
we'll do another round of a game that you think is cut, and we'll do like a speak now, forever hold your peace wedding thing where if somebody is vehemently opposed to cutting it, they can speak their piece.
Oh.
But
All right.
I think there are a bunch of games on here that like we could just cut without much
just
discussion.
Yeah, without much discussion, yeah.
All right.
So we'll go in reverse order now. We did the first one out of order, but Randy start and we'll go in a circle around the room.
Metroid. No, I'm kidding. Let's see. I'll cut Pac-Man 99. I think that was a cool little thing that they did for their service that otherwise has many issues, to say the least.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a cool thing they did. I wish they would, do more of that.
Chelsea.
Maybe one day I'll get a Pac-Man Royale. I got third.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, keep telling yourself that.
Unlike my,
I think Jackbox.
Okay, I think that's fair.
I got numerous Tetris Royale.
Yeah.
Jackbox Party Pack 8. Sure.
It's
It
good.
is.
Yeah.
It's good. It's not
It's
top
good.
10.
It's the same thing every year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, they have
It's
new
not the
mini
same
games
things
and
every year,
everything,
but-
and that's fine, and it's a good game.
It's
But like,
consistent.
does it hang?
With these, no.
Okay.
Okay.
If they didn't make a new one this year, I wouldn't be heartbroken.
So my pick is Resident Evil.
We still play.
No, my pick is.
We still play a lot of 7 too, and
Yeah.
like 6, like yeah.
So
I mean, what's 4? What's the one that has Quiplash 2, Trivia Murder Party, and the T-shirt game? That's 3. That's the best one. It always
that
will be.
3?
Yeah.
damn,
Oh,
they've
yeah.
made a lot since then.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right, my cut is Forza Horizon 5.
Hmm.
I don't think anybody's opposed to that.
No.
Nah.
I'm angry.
I don't work for IGN, so no.
Yeah.
Ha, got him.
I didn't get paid
Damn.
by the Forza team to say it, so no, I
Oh
don't
my-
really
That
care.
Bronco out of here.
The one that sticks out to me is Guilty Gear Strive.
I'm fine with that going.
Yeah.
All right.
I,
that would be your
Yeah.
call.
I put that on here.
yeah.
It's phenomenal. It's not in my top 10, and I'm the only one who put any time into it. So yeah,
Hey, that studio does what they do well.
they do it very well.
Better than
The best, some might say.
that sentence I just said.
Mhm. And Sean.
Deathloop. Fuck this stupid bitch game. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
I'll
totally
jump
kidding.
across
That's
this room and
probably
check
in
you.
my top 10.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's get Endwalker just right the fuck out
Hey!
of here.
No,
Yeah.
no,
Okay.
fuck
We already hit
you.
our
Are
first.
we doing this right now?
I think it's
okay,
too-
okay,
first
okay.
round
Round of
too
this and
early.
you're
Okay,
gonna fight me?
Two joke picks, okay? Two joke
Yeah,
picks.
yeah, 2 joke picks.
Is it going for the turkey?
Here we go.
We'll find out.
Resident Evil Village.
Shut up.
He
God.
did it. Turkey.
Yay!
No, I'm gonna say I did have a real one in mind and now I forget it because I did that whole spiel. Solar Ash.
Okay.
I
That would just be on the
I think it's a beautiful game. I really enjoyed my time with it, but it doesn't make my personal top 10.
It did make mine, but it's right at the 10th spot,
Yeah.
and I don't think
Right at the tip.
I'm going to argue over half the shit on this
Toe-to-toe.
list. So
Not
yeah,
'cause it,
I'll-
like-
That's a bar.
Solar Ash was the 2001 ball wedge spaceship game.
No, that's Evo
Evo. Never mind.
something. What was
It's
the
fine. We don't have to
Isn't that the fighting game thing?
No, XO1.
That's
XO1
XO1
is
is
the
the
Yeah.
Is it Evo the fighting game?
Sorry, you meant
No, you-
2001: A Space Odyssey.
you're
the,
thinking-
whole room just collectively had a brain fart.
No, you're thinking CEO.
I know what he's.
I don't know what
Evo.
Evo
Yeah,
is.
XO1.
I've
No,
never heard
tell,
of it.
tell me that's not an accurate description. 2001 Space Odyssey ball wedge game.
No, but when you said 2001 ball wedge game, I was thinking the year 2001, not the movie
Yeah.
2001. I was like, what ball wedge game? came out in
Unfortunately,
2001?
Marvel
we lived
Madness?
past.
Yeah.
Yeah, XO1, the ship game.
Okay.
Now,
We have narrowed it down significantly.
I think we can get one
More rounds.
more round of cuts in.
I think
Yeah.
we can
Okay,
get
it's
one
gonna
more
get a
round
little
of
more
cuts in.
contentious.
It
but
is,
yeah.
but I.
Let's snake this shit. Sean, you start again.
Oh, all right.
Oh, cool. This isn't any easier.
No.
No, it's almost like it's
In
harder.
fact, it's harder. Yeah.
I got 2, 3 in my head.
Fuck.
And if you three pick those
all
three,
right.
I'll
The
kill
knives
you.
out, mother.
Which one's
know-
gonna which
I
one's
know
gonna
what two
insult
of yours
Randy
are.
less?
Actually, 4.
No More Heroes 3.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with it,
Man.
I lost Solar Ash, dude. You can't.
All right.
Well,
I think I'm in a similar position as you, where I think it's towards the
Bottom of your list.
Yeah, it might be at the
it's
well,
I think I ordered my top 20, and I think No More Heroes is like 16.
I don't. Yeah.
So-
ready? Well, Randy, you have the power to oppose it. You can
No,
make him choose-
there are other. I gotta save my energy.
Yeah,
for,
you gotta save. Pick your battles.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Here.
Okay.
Okay, Matt, go ahead.
Okay, so
Give something to snip.
I'm gonna call this out now. Ratchet and Clank, A Rift Apart.
That was
that's
actually
early.
one of the ones I had in
I would
mind to
like-
cut.
That's why I asked.
Really.
That's
Yeah,
why.
I think it's a great game, but I don't.
I think I shit on it the worst in recent recordings.
I think it should hang around a little.
I
bit
think
longer.
it hangs.
That's the whole point of this process is that you say what you're cutting.
Yeah.
If people have too much of a problem,
I mean,
then-
I think I'm kind of with Chelsea. Like, it's an exceptional game, but there's just
I mean,
some stiff competition.
I think
that's-
if one person vetoes it, we should just move on.
all right.
Yeah,
no,
just give
that's
Matt
the whole
another
point.
option,
Yeah, just like
yeah.
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 It's like if we get to the point where every game we are always vetoing, then we need to start.
Yeah,
If
then we
Ratchet
need
and,
to actually.
if Ratchet and Clank is going to make the list, is going to be low, but like,
Mhm.
Okay.
I would like
There's
to.
still a conversation there.
I would like to see it up against the more powerful nominees before I cut it. This is all.
Okay, then I would say Can of Bridge of Spirits.
I'm okay with cutting that.
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah.
It's a fun game.
Out of the 2 eye candy games on this list, I would
Mhm.
take Ratchet over Kenna.
My pick. Yeah, I'm picking games that I think I would cut, but I'm going to start picking games I think other people should cut. I'm going to say Chorus.
I was actually surprised it hung around this long.
Yeah.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't play
Yeah.
it. So
I played the
can't cut
demo.
it.
It's the
really
cool little the B game that could, like,
yeah,
you know, like
it's really cool, but
yeah.
I don't see it hanging.
I got into a
That's-
little more of it since the last time, but
This is the one category where it was just like I don't want to cut games I haven't played. It's like I
Yeah.
can't. I didn't feel
Yeah.
right.
That's fair.
doing That yeah.
Okay, cut Chorus.
it's a bit like, I don't know. I recommend it as a, if for any of you Rogue Squadron fans out there.
Okay.
Really liked Chorus, but yeah, it
Chelsea's
doesn't hang.
turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Emily's Away.
No.
Really? Okay.
I
Yeah.
fine.
purposefully didn't pick that
Okay.
because I knew that there was no way. I thought you were gonna hang on to it too.
Nah. Okay, fine. It Takes Two.
Hell no.
Are you
no, No
serious?
fucking
Yeah.
way.
No fucking
Sorry.
way.
Yeah, but we're talking about best game of the year, and the
Uh-huh.
story of that game is trash.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
The game,
is.
the game
but
overcomes that. It's too good.
Fine, then I gotta do the one that I didn't want to this early on, but it's Unpacking.
Okay.
Oh,
Wow.
I thought
I'm
it was
okay
gonna
with
make
that.
it.
I'm not
Yeah, I'm
gonna
okay
cut
with
games that. I didn't play.
Cut whatever you think doesn't hang. It doesn't matter if you played it or not.
Yeah. And
Because there are games on the whole point is if nobody objects to it, it doesn't deserve a spot.
yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
That's kind of
Alright,
more
well
the
then
thing.
I guess I'd say Hitman.
Okay, that was what I was originally going to cut before I picked. That's what I was trying to steer you towards. You don't oppose to
No,
that.
Hitman's
No.
cool. I like that it's like a platform now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's,
Austin had a big neon sign above his head that said Hitman 3 on it.
More like Agent 40 Gone, right?
That's just you.
Chicory. What's the?
What's the temp of the 3 people that have played it?
Yeah.
You haven't beaten it yet.
I haven't been yet, but from what I've seen, it's like I think it can get cut.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Very good game.
Yeah,
Yeah. Very good game.
yeah.
Chelsea, you should absolutely play it.
I
Yeah,
know.
you
It's
absolutely
like-
should. It's
yeah.
It's
It
a
is
Chelsea game,
phenomenal.
and I didn't play it.
Yeah, it's an art.
Yeah.
It's an art game. It's an art Zelda.
It's an art Zelda, and
Yes.
it's a dog.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But you know what else came out? Endwalker. So
That's
like,
true. Okay.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe
So
the next
now
6 months.
we are down to our 5-starred ones and 13 others.
13. Well, did we
so we
didn't
gotta
we
pick
didn't
5 from 13.
So now I think we can.
Do you want to?
We don't have to go in order. Just people say stuff that they think.
Endwalker.
Well, I was gonna suggest like a poll again. Which of these is there? Maybe some that more than one person feels strongly about, and that can
It really depends. Like, okay, well, how quickly do we want to get down to our final 10? Because if we each pick another 5, that's our final 10 right there.
I can
No,
see
well, that would be 15.
I can see.
Or no,
No,
yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
My suggestion is we have 13
Plus 5.
plus
Well,
5.
Yeah.
But if we each go around and pick 2 more, that'll tell us what 3 we need to cut, and then we'll be down to 15.
Yeah.
And
All
then
right.
and then we can start doing actual discussions.
So we're gonna pick 2 that are staying.
Yes.
Let's do a star pattern this
So
time.
well, let's start with Chelsea. We'll go around one at a time.
One at a time.
So
And
Endwalker
Walker.
first? Okay.
Resident Evil Village.
Obviously.
Oh, can we can we veto someone's pick? No, I'm just kidding. I love that.
If you want to talk about how you don't think a thing hangs at all, you're more than welcome to interrupt and do that. Sean.
I'm gonna pick Guardians.
Awesome. All right.
So far so good.
Hmm.
I don't hate any of these. Matt, don't fuck me.
Why, Austin? Why? What did you think I was going to pick?
You know.
Yeah.
You might say I'm dreading your decision.
It's between Metroid Dread and Life is Strange.
Hmm.
Uh,
Keep in mind,
we have one more go around.
You have 2
as
picks.
well.
I'm going to go with Life is
And a month.
Strange.
Okay.
All right.
Hell yeah.
At the
I'm into this.
death of this first loop, I pick
Nice.
Deathloop.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's a bad joke.
Yeah, I'm full of them. What do you want from me?
Is it my turn now?
That's it.
Are we doing circle again, just in the same way?
Yeah.
Why not in reverse?
Or do you want to go? Yeah,
Oh,
you want
are
to
we-
start
Let's
with
go in
you?
reverse. We'll start with Matt. I'll be last again. I'm not going last.
All right, Matt, dread it up.
I think that Metroid Dread deserves to be in the top 10.
Yeah, we can cut it later.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, I now know what it feels like to be in that position of like you're the only one. Like, yeah. And the funny thing is too, it's like I wasn't backing it for any awards, but it's like I did enjoy it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't.
Not every game fits into the categories as
Yeah.
well as like others.
Yeah. But was it a good game? Yes, I think it was a great game.
We are potentially at this game's door of its death.
That's the door.
No, It Takes Two.
All right, cool. I don't have to do that. It Takes Two then.
Yeah.
See, I set myself up for the Deathloop joke last time. I was like, I kind of want to pick something else just to make this joke funnier. But then I was like, no, I got to pick Deathloop.
For me, it's between Emily's Away 3 or House of Ashes, but Emily's Away 3.
Okay. Chelsea.
Unpacking.
Unpacking.
Damn, that means Dark Pictures gets it.
I got the power.
It's getting it so
Well,
hard.
yeah, technically we don't know that yet. He's probably gonna go with Rift Apart, I would imagine.
You
Yeah.
you even stepped in and defended it. So
Wow, Randy, I can't believe you'd let House of Ashes just burn and
That's
and
not how it went
become
down.
A pile of ashes.
In a house.
Listen, it'll be it'll be back next year with
This
H.H.
is a-
Holmes.
this is
your
a dark-
boy.
Oh yeah, you know that one.
This is quite a dark
I got a
picture,
chubby
Randy.
for it already.
Yeah, we're already forming rifts apart from each other.
This needs to stop.
That's my pick, by the way.
Alright.
House of
Alright,
Ashes
then it
has
looks
itself become ashes.
then it looks like we're saying
I already
goodbye
made that joke.
to Death's Door, House of Ashes, and Valheim.
Yep.
If
that's pretty good.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
So we're at 15 now, right?
Yep.
yeah.
This is going well.
And now here's where
This
the arguing
this
starts.
is where it actually begins.
Okay.
Yeah.
So down to 15. How do I want to go about this now? You want to just do it? Do it
Well,
how
okay,
we've been
so
doing it? Just bring
I
shit up?
actually have this giant chest of weapons, and I think we should go around the room and each pick one at a time, and then go
Turn
at
it turn the lights off.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Like Clue.
whoever's standing gets to pick their 10.
Yeah. No, I've got a revolver and one bullet.
Holy shit, this is so hard.
Yeah.
There's games I didn't play on here that I think absolutely deserve to be on
And
here.
Walker.
And then Metroid Dread is also on here. But
Okay, ready?
you want to get into Dread now?
Oh, I was going to. Well,
Do you think that's the most contentious game? Is there anything else that?
That's most contentious for me,
Oh.
personally.
Well, I was about to say does anybody see anything on this that they're like hell-bent on challenging?
Yeah,
challenge
You're gonna get
off?
mad at me, but I'm with Chelsea. With Emily is way 3.
I'm with Chelsea too. Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
I didn't play
man.
it.
I'm sorry.
Maybe my
I'm
opinion
just
would be different.
Kyle's disappointed in.
I know, and I
And you
love him
guys.
so much, and he's such a nice guy. But I mean, as much as it pains me to say, it's the same game.
It's not the same.
It's not exactly
It's an
the same.
evolution.
It's an evolution, but I mean, would you say
I need
if
to
you had a
debase it.
Pokemon and it evolved, would you say it's a different Pokemon? No, you say it's
No,
I mean,
Pokemon
that-
actually
the-
is the same game.
the
over and over.
discussion-
no. I meant as specific.
This
If you
is telling
owned
a
a
different story.
Pokemon in real life,
Oh.
The discussion isn't even that I think it's bad. I just don't think it's better
top
than
10.
Well, no. At this point, nothing on this list is bad.
No, they're all
Where we're-
great.
Yeah, like where we're
Yeah.
getting.
Well,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say nothing.
I already
no,
said my
I'm
piece
just
on
kidding.
Dread.
This is all a joke. I do not think Metroid Dread is a bad video game.
No,
I just don't
yeah.
think it belongs in our top 10.
I might.
Yeah,
but-
listen,
Yeah, nothing is bad. I just don't think that they're like.
All right.
I could pick more than 10 games I would prefer over Emily's Way 3 on this list.
yeah.
If
Yeah.
I'm the odd person out, I don't want to be.
Oh yeah, this isn't the hill. See, okay, that's the thing. If this isn't
I mean,
the hill
Emily's
you want to
Way
die on,
3
then
is
you
like
know it doesn't
midway.
deserve.
It's like around the 5th or 6th spot in like my games of the year in top 10.
So,
I think it's definitely the best of the 3.
Awesome.
It is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Austin, let's hatch this out.
Okay.
All right,
the
it's
only
6.
one that has a 303 in it. So
Me
That's true.
and you.
it's true.
Dread fight. Dread fight. Dread fight.
Me and you are the only ones backing up Dread and Ratchet and Clank, respectively, I believe. Is anybody else backing up Ratchet and Clank?
I mean, like,
It's good.
yeah, I could like.
I liked it. It's
Yeah,
not in
I
my top
liked it.
10.
I don't know if
I don't
it's
even think
top
it's.
10.
I don't even think it's the best Ratchet and Clank. Like.
Yeah,
There you go.
that's kind of the thing.
Shall we?
Does anybody else have any strong feelings one way or another about Metroid Dread?
I mean,
just crickets.
No, I like. I think I talked
think
about
I
this
got-
before,
I got
but
it
Yeah.
out.
of course, I'm gonna love this game.
Mhm.
I just had a lot of issues with some of the choices.
yeah.
I
And-
think
what makes it new is like.
that was the I think the biggest issue that comes with it is that it is essentially Super Metroid and Fusion, more of it polished. It feels really good, but there is nothing
Well,
new.
the thing it does bring is like
Is
the
gimmick-
Emmys
is a
is like
gimmick, yeah,
that
and
people are kind of divided on
yeah,
whether or not
exactly,
it was,
yeah, and it's
Mhm.
like that the one new thing, and it's like
it added
it
enough.
didn't change up like the central gameplay loop is the same. Hell, even the exploration methods where it's like you go through, you get a new item later on, and then you come back and you can get stuff is exactly the same as it was. So
Yeah.
that
In
is-
this one, sometimes they just randomly close off areas.
that is true. They kind of did that before with different types of game. Like in Metroid
Yeah.
Prime, it would be like you went to an area, and in order to progress, you jumped down from a high cliff, and when you went back,
You're not wrong.
You're like,
Yeah.
oh, I can't get back up there until later.
That's just
Yeah.
like a representation of that in first person as opposed to
Yeah, exactly.
side-scrolling,
So it's
but-
like they've gated areas off before. By the end of the game, you go back to everywhere. It's just
Mhm.
if they want to push you in a certain direction for the first half of the game.
Yeah. It's good. It's just not.
Yeah. And
I just personally, everything else on here is. From what I've played everything on this list except for Endwalker.
Wow.
Same.
oh, wow.
You
I
said
mean,
it
same.
yourself. I'm not going through 200 hours on my list.
Yeah, 'cause
200.
Because we're not
I know.
You
losers,
think-
am I right?
You think you could
Hell
get
yeah.
through all of the story in 200 hours?
You're making me
No, there's a
anxious.
YouTube video that I can get caught up in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you could also skip the
All right, so
cutscenes.
is the proposal we cut both Metroid and Ratchet and Clank?
That was a good.
'Cause-
That was the.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just the whole thing was I wanted to get to this point and have Ratchet and Clank on the list, and seeing it with the rest of these,
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
see what you guys are saying. I was never really
No, I
opposed.
backed you on that.
I was never really opposed to it. It was more just a thing of like,
Like it's not in my top 10, but it's
Yeah.
a
you had
worthy
to see
game. Like,
what it was hanging with.
yeah.
Yeah.
and I also kind of think what Matt said to a lesser extent applies to Rift Apart. I think that the it doesn't bring anything.
It doesn't do enough with the Rift stuff.
Real quick,
Yeah,
You-
it
'cause you
doesn't
don't-
bring as
You
much.
don't really have a lot of
particularly new.
agency over it. It's just kind of a little thing that's thrown into each world
ready?
that you can interact
We only have
with.
to cut
but
2 more.
Mhm.
I'm just staring at this now, and like just to get 2
Okay.
is gonna be
Oh yeah.
Okay.
work.
So I
No.
I am.
No.
I don't know where to start.
Okay.
I love
know,
all 12
I know
of
where to
these.
start. Ready?
Yeah,
Halo.
you can. You can fuck off.
Hey, that was a
Listen,
good. That was a really
any
good joke you made.
I edit this podcast. It will never see the light of day if Halo does not make
Yeah, I
this
know.
list.
okay.
I was gonna
All
make
for
a
naught.
joke about any game with caddiers should be cut, but then we'd have to cut Endwalker
Yeah, let's
too.
cut. You know what,
easy
Chelsea?
too.
Hey, but it would
Proposal.
solve our
Let's-
problem.
Yeah, let's cut Endwalker and Halo Infinite. Are you okay with that?
So
I'm. May I make a suggestion?
No.
go for it.
Unpacking.
Fuck you.
You tried to kill it first.
Yeah.
I
That is true.
I
Yeah,
wanted it
but
to
now-
at least last this long.
But now I'm angry about it.
because I did it. You wanted to
If
be
you
the one.
if you cut
Old
unpacking, you
Yellowstone.
hate the gays.
That's, you can't keep saying
Yeah.
that. It also
Ooh.
doesn't work on me.
Oh, here's an idea that might go nowhere. What if we go around the room and you pick the 2 you want to cut from the list, and we'll see what happens.
All right. If there's any shared.
I'm gonna have to cut a lot of dead air out of
Yeah.
this because I don't have any.
Wait. So wait. Before we
Oh,
do
good
that,
Christ.
there's just a couple of entries on here that I had questions about.
Okay,
Do you?
go on.
What are video games? No. Okay.
It's like a movie.
I think
that you
each
touch.
one of these has probably in the last week of episodes have
I was a little worried
like
that going
an
around
hour
and just
long.
cutting stuff
discussion.
without discussion would lead to a bad list. This is.
Yeah, it's kind of like
Can we
It's the
just-
most efficient.
Can we just do a
we've ever
top
been.
12 in order?
yes,
No.
yes.
Okay.
Wow, you got to copy Giant Bob like word for word. It has to be.
I'm just
10
saying.
They're not
new,
the only
be different.
ones.
If we order 12, we just cut off the last 2.
That's the coward's way out.
Yeah.
Okay. So ready? It Takes Two. I'm with Chelsea in the fact that I enjoyed it as a co-op game. I was surprised that it won Game of the Year, but in my list, in my head, it does not make.
I
top
was surprised
10.
it won the VGA award as well, but
Yeah.
I'm not willing to let the best fucking co-op experience practically ever made.
Okay.
No, yeah,
I'm
not
still
willing to let
for
that one go.
It Takes
Okay.
Two.
Next up.
Even if it's towards the lower,
Next up,
end of the list.
Deathloop.
You can bite me.
I'm actually with you
Yeah,
on
no.
Deathloop.
That's because
No.
you didn't
I
play
thought
it
it was
right.
No.
I thought it was.
No.
I thought it was fun. I thought
No.
the central puzzle
Yeah.
was amazing. It just doesn't.
All
Gonna
right,
keep
then
saying
let's,
that.
hold on. Sorry, Matt. Let's complete the experiment of what you were saying with everyone choosing 2, because you kind of
Okay.
just started saying your 2 and why. So I want to.
Okay.
I
I want everyone to get the same.
You want me,
Okay.
I'll go next. You want me to get yelled at?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Unpacking
Fuck you.
in the Forgotten City.
No way. No way is Forgotten City
I'm
going.
actually.
I can't let the Forgotten City
Yeah,
go.
I'm with
can't
you,
do
man.
it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm st-
after I let
We're on
Super
team.
Monkey Ball go, he's still there for me. Look at this guy. He's still there for me.
All right, Chelsea.
We're just naming 2
Just naming
without
2.
argument, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the
You're
argument's,
gonna-
the
you're
argument's
they're
going
not
to
actually.
happen.
They're not
It's
actually
supposed to
getting
be-
cut.
It's
Yeah.
not binding.
It's more
not-
of like to see if anything matches
to read
up.
the room. To read the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh, this is still hard. I'm
It's
gonna.
so hard.
I'm gonna get screamed at.
I just did. It's
I'm
fine.
I'm gonna say it.
Matt got screamed at too.
Yeah, I'm
well, no,
gonna
I just
say
said no over and over
It
again.
Takes Two
No.
and Returnal.
Well, we all know that's out of the question, right, guys?
All right, I'm going to say. I don't want to get into the Endwalker fight, so I'm going to say.
No, I actually will murder you.
I'm going to say Unpacking and Deathloop.
Fuck you. You want to team up and beat the shit out of him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I picked unpacking too, but
Enemy of my enemy.
you can probably Deathloop from my gold dead hands. Right?
Sean.
Unpacking.
Fuck you
That
guys.
sounds like a bad
hmm
going.
You guys hate gay people.
And Final Fantasy. No,
Just because I said Returnal.
No, but thank you for reminding me. Definitely Final Fantasy. No,
You will never get that.
actually, no. Final Fantasy was a joke pick.
I don't remember them stopping the sales of Returnal because the game was too popular.
Not enough people have PS5s, honestly.
Yeah, it's true.
This is gonna sound funny, but Guardians.
Okay.
You know, I was going to say Guardians, but I thought I was going to get really screamed at.
Ready?
Yeah.
Unpacking. Just getting that
You-
in there.
You already went.
Yeah,
Huh?
you went.
You said on.
That's how this
Deathloop.
started.
Oh no, me doing that was just I wanted to.
No, but
that
you already
wasn't-
did your two. So you.
No. If those weren't his two, let
They
him
weren't
go
my
again.
two.
No, but
No,
he
no,
already
I
did
was-
his.
No. I was.
Unpacking to and cut. Get used to it.
I wanted to go through a handful of games and just hear how strong the objections were. But
Uh-huh.
yes, my two are Unpacking and
Completely agree.
I like Guardians a lot, but if that has
Well, hold
to
on.
go,
Let him finish.
I was gonna say, okay, ready? It would be one of these three: Guardians of the Galaxy, Deathloop, or It Takes Two.
You can't just pick four.
No,
That's
no,
not how
no.
this
Fine,
works.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
Oh well, it looks like Guardians.
I want.
I- I'm-
Well, I have a new list.
So wait.
If
so
I
the-
was gonna cut some, I'd cut Halo, Returnal.
You can cut her mic, right?
Yeah, it's just-
You can cut her mic, right? At
I
any
can,
time.
yeah.
Do you hear somebody talking right now? Anybody? Is that feedback?
All right,
Those are
so-
just like four I pulled out of thin air.
Unpacking, I think.
Well, hold on a second. So, Unpacking got a decent amount of votes.
Mhm.
It Takes Two got a
Yeah, because
decent
you
amount
guys
of
hate
votes.
lesbians.
Yeah.
But I think the
and Guardians got a decent.
but I
amount
think
of
the
votes.
passion for It Takes Two is higher than Guardians.
Yeah.
So wait, who voted for Guardians?
Me
Me.
and yeah.
If Sean voted for Guardians, I'm okay with it going.
Yeah, I'm okay with
Yeah,
that.
I'm
that's
a-
why I
I'm
said
a-
it was weird because I picked it,
Yeah,
but
no,
just
It's-
looking at this list, I can't.
it's great. I can't pick it over other stuff on this
That's
list.
the
I agree with
problem,
you.
yeah.
It's an absolutely fantastic.
We can only
So-
we can only
but
back up like a handful of games. It's like which one can you not?
All right,
Yeah.
so
That's how tough this is. Sometimes
so
you got to cut your own pick.
Unpacking and Guardians, and that gets us down to 10.
I think so.
Okay,
I think that's where we're at.
Fucking hate this place. I can't wait.
you
to
got
graduate.
Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? I take it
You keep
back.
it up.
Just suck it
You
up.
keep it up, and Final Fantasy is the only game taking a double-digit spot.
Listen, you can't. It did so well. You can't cut it. It deserves the spot.
That's
Hey,
the only
man.
reason it's still here. Because they did something that's unheard of and stopped selling the fucking game.
People have been wrong before. You can't go off.
All right,
of
real
sales.
quick, I'm gonna read our top 10. That's
In no
not
particular order.
Yeah, not in a decided order.
I
So
can't believe this.
Hold on, don't go in order yet. I'm making it into. Okay, there you go.
I mean, I wasn't gonna, but we have Psychonauts 2, Halo Infinite, Inscription, The Forgotten City, Returnal, Deathloop, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker, Resident Evil Village, It Takes Two, and Life is Strange: True Colors.
I do have a question. You said Returnal, but it sounded like you said Returnal, but I think you mispronounced Unpacking.
No.
Yo, are you making
That's
fun of
not
his
true.
accent? That's really insensitive.
Yeah.
I think actually thinking back, I think Unpacking got robbed.
And-
And I think that the Forgotten City should be forgotten.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna forget you.
Yo, okay,
You
ready?
can. I edited it.
Ready? I know what you're saying. Okay.
So wait,
Right.
you edit this. Can you make it sound like the Forgotten City got taken out and Unpacking?
Yeah, I'll
got
just
in?
put Unpacking. I'll just take you saying Unpacking, and whenever Randy reads it, I'll just.
Yeah, can we do that?
Ready? I hear what you're saying. It seems like it stands out. The Forgotten City is the one game on there that I have the one game
No, I
that
know.
I do not like. I need to keep that on there.
That's fair.
Any other game on this list, if you wanted to cut it,
Yeah,
I would
we
be
cut
like,
more of
okay.
I think we
Right.
all have one that kind of like is
You-
tethered
yeah,
to
it's-
like
yeah.
one of us. Like,
Yes,
in
yeah, and it's
particular.
like it's the one game that it's like I can't give that up.
All right,
I
so
can't give it up.
let me
Weird.
let me
We can put it down at the bottom of the list. I think that'd be a perfectly fine spot for it, but I want to see it on there.
So I'm going to propose that we put It Takes Two at the 10th spot, considering the
That's fair.
votes
yeah.
that it had against it.
Okay. That's kind of interesting because I figured of the games on here, Forgotten City does stand out as like a. It stands out as just like I thought it was an amazing game, but not in most people's top 10s. I was going to propose putting that in the 10th spot.
Well, then now we know where 9 is. What 9 is?
I'd like to see Forgotten City higher, honestly.
Okay. No. See, that's good. Good to know.
For some reason, in my head, this list has a bunch of games that I think we can safely say will be near the top. And I'm going to list them off and shout out if you think that they won't be near the top.
Objection.
Psychonauts 2
Yes, absolutely.
will be near the top.
I think it should be 1.
Well,
I think there's an
We'll
argument
get
to be made there.
yeah. Resident Evil Village,
Yes.
near
Yeah.
the top.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Inscription,
Mhm.
near the top.
Yeah.
No? I mean, you didn't, yeah.
Yeah.
Now we get into the iffy ones.
Yeah, don't make me come at Endwalker, Chelsea,
it's
after
weird. Yeah, it's weird that you
Grimace in it, inscription like that.
named all those games and then you said the iffy ones, but you haven't said Endwalker.
Wait.
And I'm
Halo Infinite. I think Halo Infinite is top 5.
Yeah,
I agree.
I was.
Mhm.
Yeah,
At
I was.
least.
I would
Yeah,
give
at
it
least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm surprised.
And
it's
I
not.
only played the multiplayer.
So here, the reason I say that is because I think that there are a couple games on here that are most of us played that are a little contentious for the top,
Mm-hmm.
and then I think that there are games on here that
Kind of fall into place.
I think that there are games on here that one person is hugely passionate about,
Yeah.
namely
Returnal
Returnal,
and Endwalker.
Deathloop, and Endwalker.
Oh, and on top of that, It Takes Two and Forgotten City. Those
Well, I
are
say
like
it-
each of us
It
has
Takes
like
Two-
a very passionate
It
about
Takes
those.
Two, Forgotten City, and True Colors. I feel like are
Wait, are we not putting
contentious
Forgotten
one.
City in 9?
no,
No.
not necessarily.
I think the passion for Endwalker, Deathloop, and Returnal are maybe higher than our collective opinion of True Colors.
That's
was
kind
gonna
of where I'm
propose
at.
that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
I think the individual passion, and I'm going to leave myself out of this. You guys can tell me, but I think the individual passion for Endwalker and Returnal is stronger than the group passion for True Colors for sure, and about on par with the group passion for Forgotten City and.
I think me and
It
Matt
Takes
are the
Two.
biggest, like we're helming
We're-
we're running the campaign for
Yeah.
Forgotten
So
City.
Yeah.
for a fifth spot, then, and this is still
Well-
not in order.
Well, hold on. Can we put from the bottom up? I think we should put True Colors at number 9.
Okay.
I think everyone's on board with that.
Okay.
And then I think those 4 games, yeah.
Yeah.
We're arguing.
So-
we're arguing the middle of the list. That's
yeah.
funny. Yeah.
Hey, we got to argue the middle first before we can get to the top. So
Yeah.
Okay, well, out of those 4, only one of them had to stop sales.
Stop. You need to come up with a better.
Only one of them is server based. That's not fair.
Only one of them has hot bun ladies and men.
Sounds like you're resting on your laurels, trying to coast into a top 5 spot.
Well, because let me ask this, and
I'm
I'm not.
only horny for one of
I'm
them.
not trying to gang up on anyone, but if there's 5 of us in 4 games, me and Matt pushing for Forgotten City,
Yeah.
and then Sean's with Returnal, you're with Deathloop, and Chelsea's with Endwalker,
Mm-hmm.
then is
No.
all right. So you know what I was hinting
I
at.
got
Yeah.
tons of nerds behind me for Endwalker.
Not that it has to be, purely democratic.
I was
just
the one who was saying to cut Forgotten City. So
Oh, I know. I
I
was the one
think-
saying to cut Deathloop.
I think Forgotten City belongs lower on the list.
I think it belongs in the trash.
No.
I just remembered unpacking. Sorry, this is uncalled for.
Unpacking's out by the curb.
We took a break. They gave me snacks. They thought I forgot.
The real question here becomes, so let's put Forgotten City aside because it has
Yeah.
some weight behind it.
Mm-hmm.
The real question becomes, and I'm on, how do we decide between Endwalker, Returnal, and Deathloop.
You know, it's funny. It's like even between like Deathloop and Returnal, like both those games are good. Both those games are very similar, and it's like we have two people here who are like, you know, big backers of it. And I've played all of Deathloop and I played all of Returnal. I do not know how to fucking rank those two games.
You played all of Returnal?
No, I played all of Deathloop. What did I say?
You said you played all of Returnal.
I played all of Deathloop and part of Returnal. Yeah.
Okay, how far did you get in Returnal?
I got to where I did.
Frike, the first boss, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Of these three, I'm going for Returnal. But
Returnal where?
at the top of the
at the
three.
top of the three.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you probably also think Deathloop's last, and you're wrong because you played it wrong and you're bad at video games.
Oh my god.
Sorry, it has to get more contentious. We're agreeing too much.
Yeah.
I mean, I would.
Here, I'll break the
I
contentiousness.
think your
speak-
pensions.
I think it
I
goes-
can't speak to Endwalker,
No,
so I would
don't.
put that
Hold on.
last. But
Don't.
I think
that's
collectively-
No.
because
No.
literally none of us
No.
fucking play Final Fantasy,
No.
the list is very clear
Yeah.
cut. Returnal,
My
Deathloop,
butt
Endwalker.
hurts.
5, 6, 7.
7? You want to put it in 7?
Or was it? It would be
Yeah,
5,
it's
6,
Sorry,
7. right?
7, yeah.
You want to give it 8?
Because Forgotten
Oh, no,
City
Forgotten
still
City.
needs a spot.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
No. Okay, well, I can tell you where you could put Returnal, and it's straight up your ass. Fuck you.
I mean, my ass sits adjacent to the 5th or 6th spot, so that's where I'll stick it.
All right. I have a proposal.
Okay.
Is
It
is
pains me to do this,
muskets
but
at
I don't.
dawn?
I don't feel super strong about this. My Chelsea's "I will die on this hill and you'll drag my dead body away from it" is
I
Endwalker.
gave you unpacking. Don't you dare do this.
And
I like how it's like we're not
my "I will die on this hill and you'll drag me away screaming while I'm dead." I don't know. Metaphor fell apart, but is Halo Infinite, and
Yeah.
so I propose number 8 goes to Deathloop.
Okay.
That's a
All
big
right.
concession.
I mean, I think
That's
it-
damn
I-
decent of you.
I would love Deathloop to be above Forgotten City
right, yeah.
personally, but I feel like they're stronger of the people that.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Deathloop versus Forgotten City? Because you beat it.
I love the Dishonored games, so Deathloop was just another like iteration on that kind of
Mhm.
formula. You know, I can sit comfortably with Deathloop at 8
Okay.
because everything above Deathloop for me, or like above as far as like on
Yeah.
the list, with the exception of Endwalker, definitely I would say I walked away more satisfied then.
Sure.
But that doesn't by any means
'Cause I
say that
think that-
Deathloop wasn't awesome.
Randy's pushing for Forgotten City, but Randy, and this isn't meant to be an insult, but Randy didn't play through all of Deathloop.
Right.
And I do
No,
think
that's a fact. I'm not.
I do
insulted
think
by
you
that.
guys will agree that Deathloop gets better the more you play it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It gets way better at the end.
Mhm.
And I think that Matt is probably like Forgotten City is way higher on your list than Deathloop.
At this point, it's like, it's a matter of like, it's just a matter of preference.
Right, I think you lean more heavily towards
Yeah,
Forgotten City.
Forgotten
I
City,
lean
yeah.
more heavily towards Deathloop.
Yeah.
And Randy is very passionate about Forgotten City. And
Yeah.
I'm not knocking Forgotten City. I think it's a phenomenal game.
Yeah.
So I think that I think Deathloop at 8. I'm perfectly okay.
I'm comfortable with
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I mean, I was originally the one who wanted to cut it. I think for the reasons of it wasn't in my top 10. It was an incredible game. It was. I was worried that it has some drawbacks. I think. I thought the gameplay was great. I thought the story was kind of. I thought they could have done better stuff with it.
Mhm.
But so I'm okay with that being lower on the list. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So now we have 3 spots, and
Here
we
we
have
are.
Forgotten City, Returnal, and Endwalker.
Yeah, here we are. Endwalker, happy to have you at 7. It's been a fucking blast. We need to rip the Band-Aid and just move on. Because this is our collective.
Yeah.
I'll even
list.
give it 6 if it has to, but
What?
I think
Yes.
as a collective, it
Yes.
should be.
No,
7
I think it
or
should
lower.
be
Yes.
6.
I think
As
it
a
should be-
collective choice,
You heard Randall.
it is
That's
amazing
2
that a game
people
that
for
one
6.
person played made it top 10.
Yeah.
just
It
because
can't
the amount
get-
of kicking and
All right,
screaming
wait.
you've done.
I have a proposal thing. So Chelsea's obviously Team
I-
Endwalker.
I think Returnal should be 5, and I think it's between Forgotten City and
So
Endwalker.
that's what I was
going
going to say. Let's say hypothetically that Endwalker has to be number 6. Go around the room, the other 4 of us. What would you put at 5 and what would you put at 7?
I would put Returnal then.
I would put
then
Returnal, yeah.
Yes.
Forgotten
as well.
City, yeah, sure. I know I'm good. I know. Listen, I know that
No,
I'm
no,
gonna-
you didn't.
Yeah, 5 and 7.
5 and 7.
That's
Returnal
that's
at
what we were
5,
saying.
Yeah, yeah.
and then Forgotten City at 7.
I think.
Yes.
I'm all in agreement.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think.
Personally,
I-
so
I will put down my weapon.
Forgotten City
Somehow.
7, Forgotten City 7, Endwalker 6, Returnal 5.
Okay.
Right?
I
Yeah.
think
Somehow.
that's good. Yeah.
That was a way easier than I thought
Yeah.
it was going to be.
Yeah.
But also,
I was ready to go to bat for
also-
Returnal.
somehow, Endwalker
This
crept its
fucking-
way up
Yeah.
to that
This guy,
first
a
half
game
of the
that
list.
also got added today before we started.
Yeah. Oh, also,
But there's no
bear in mind-
denying.
Deserved it.
bear in mind, a game that is an expansion pack to an MMO that's been ongoing,
Failed and
so-
relaunched
and yeah.
in 2014.
But it's fine. I think
2010, whatever.
the merit I'm going off of, I think like
No, it's deserved.
Yeah,
We're
listen.
just,
It's well deserved.
yes, I think.
I
Listen,
gave you guys unpacking.
and I think we've
You could give me this.
I think we've explained, what makes Forgotten City so special to us. Just the whole like who done it mystery just on
Yeah.
top of all the different layers
Yeah.
of
All right.
like it's brilliant and I
So
think
is this our order?
Sean
are
is
we
also
working the last
said
We
his
got-
So
we
four?
got-
last 4.
We gotta
Yeah.
work the
So
top.
I'm
Okay.
deleting. We have 2 lists going. This is difficult.
Yeah.
I'm deleting
It's
the
all right.
top 4 off of the ordered list and putting
Yeah.
them over one so that we can now argue
top.
the top 4.
Honestly, I feel like I won. So you guys just have at it.
Okay. Halo Infinite should be number 1, and I won't back down.
well,
Fight
it sounds
me
like
on
we're
this.
never leaving this room because of these 4, Halo is my number 4.
Wow.
Oh,
No,
wow.
you can fucking bite me.
Okay,
Absolutely- not.
that's an interesting idea.
Really? Because I
Are
think
you-
Inscription's mine.
Are you at all interested?
Decided you want anymore. You said
Are you at all interested in going around the room and polling everybody's 4 out of these 4?
Yeah, because I know where Inscription's going to end up if we do that. but-
No, I'm not. I'm
All
not
right,
baiting.
All right.
Yeah, I'm not baiting.
Then okay, then I don't think that's the worst idea.
So are we
Considering where we're at.
just saying in order what our top 4 are?
No, just number 4.
Just order
Oh,
these
just
personally.
Yeah.
4.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay.
That was my
Okay, yeah.
proposed idea. If we all had to go around and pick one of the 4, where one of them's going to have 2 votes,
Yeah.
and then we build off of that.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's going first?
Austin.
I already said Halo for me, so technically I went.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
you go next.
Inscription
Is what number 4?
Number 4.
4. Austin.
Thinking.
Should we do a zigzag then?
Yeah, come back to
Sean?
me.
Gonna piss a lot of people off here. Psychonauts is
Oh,
my 4.
fuck off.
Oh, wow. Inscription. I'm sorry, Randy. I'm
Damn it.
sorry.
All right, I'll make this easy then. Inscription.
That was not.
out of curiosity.
I did
Where
not
did, where
bait.
did you have it on your list?
It's
Inscription
number 1.
one.
It's his game of the year.
That's my game of the year.
Oh, I'd hate to break it to you, but I was like, did you want it to be 3? Because there's a lot. Of
And
Well,
then
that's not-
it was Village and Psychonauts.
But that's
Yeah.
not definitive though. Like if it's your game of the year, that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we all put it at 4 doesn't mean it means it's definitely not number 1 on the list. You know that, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it's number 4
was-
necessarily.
How often does something like an Inscription come out?
When Pony
How
Island come out.
Yeah. How often does
2012, 2013?
how often does an unpacking come out? And it
Every-
didn't even
every
make this
fucking
list.
day.
Yeah.
That's true.
There's a whole bunch of gay games about doing stuff no one wants to do in real life.
Damn, that's so insanely accurate. You walked right into that.
Did you a little bit?
I mean, what can I say that would convince anyone? At
I
this
will
point?
say- and this is going to cause even more arguments, which I'm all for. I feel like this episode needs to be longer. No. The reason I went last is because I was very on the fence about Inscription versus Village.
I was very
Why
on
do
the
those
fence,
have to
too.
be compared?
Because that's my 3 and 4.
Yeah, those are my 3 and 4 too.
I'm at a nebulous 3 and 4 for Inscription and Village, and a nebulous 1 and 2 for Psychonauts and Halo, personally.
I can see that. Yeah.
And I'm the wild card because Psychonauts would be my 4, and then
Well,
Inscription
fuck
would be my
off.
3.
Well, I could see the 3. Okay, how would you guys feel if it was Resident Evil 4 and Inscription 3?
I would also be fine with that too.
You get top 3, Randy.
I do.
You do get top.
Yeah, it's
three.
gonna.
But I was
that's
gonna
the,
fight pretty hard for Resi as well. But no, you're right.
That's the best you're gonna get.
I think you've cut me a deal I can't necessarily refuse.
So
Hey.
and that was the problem. I went. It's like, listen, Inscription is an amazing game, but it's like I want to go up to bat for Inscription and Resident Evil. Wait, I want to go up to bat for Inscription and Resident Evil 2, but it's like I don't think I could even argue it to beat the other two, even like at all. It's like Resident Evil Village, amazing game.
Yeah.
It's
Well,
not going to be.
Hold on.
Psychonauts or
Even
Halo.
harder question. Because we know a lot of people's games of the year are not necessarily in these 4. In these 4, what would you personally put at number 1?
I mean, you know,
Do
that
the
for
reverse.
me.
Yours is Inscription.
Yeah.
Psychonauts.
Psychonauts. Come back to me.
Returnal. I mean,
It's got 5, Sean. Let it go.
out of these 4,
Out of these 4.
Halo.
Mm-hmm.
Psychonauts.
Yeah.
See, this is
In
bad.
the Halo versus Psychonauts war, I'm Team Psychonauts.
Yeah. I knew that was coming.
That's funny because I was gonna say, I was gonna concede that because I made you take 4th Resident Evil. I was gonna say that the list should be Halo, Psychonauts, Inscription, Resident Evil.
I'm Halo.
I could go for
by the
that.
way.
I don't know if I can.
Oh, wow.
You want Psychonauts number 1 that bad?
Over Halo.
I mean, I agree with that too. I mean,
I really love Halo. Don't get me wrong.
I'm not really batting for Halo. I
Could have
just
seen this coming,
figured
how
that's-
infrequently he gets on and plays with us.
I want to play tonight. Like,
He's a fucking traitor, dude.
Yeah.
The other day, he was like, you know what? I was thinking about it. Halo should be higher on my list. I messed up. You fucking liar.
I
Yeah,
did want it higher on my list. I
that's
wanted it
because
number 1 on my
That's
list.
because he already had it at like 15.
Wow.
And he was like, maybe it should be
I
14.
thought we was boys.
Thought we
Yeah.
was boys.
I thought we was boys.
You're not in the Uhu army. You didn't even get the cat ears.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I like
not
my
even-
Prometheus man better.
You think like a Promethean too.
Got him.
Ooh,
Your brain doesn't function as high a level as ours. Which is why our KDAs are better. Right?
Bitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Got him.
So
All right, so what are we doing here?
I think it sounds like Village is going to be 4 and Inscription's going to be 3. And then it is
Move him over.
Not necessarily.
I
I don't
would-
No,
wanna,
yes, we gotta make a
No.
decision.
I would
No,
like
no, no.
Village at 3.
I don't want to necessarily. I don't want to necessarily. Like, I'm
jump
very
on it.
passionate about Halo, and Sean has it at number 1.
Mm-hmm. Like a GD madman. Am I right?
Yeah.
What?
All right, how about this? How about this?
Yeah.
What if everybody just says their ranking of these 4 right now?
That's gonna be hard to
I think
track.
that will be more helpful. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna make it worse.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's try it.
Okay,
Let's try it
you
out.
want mine?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Psychonauts 2, Resident Evil, Halo, Inscription.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, your vote doesn't count. So go ahead, Randy.
Inscription, Village, Psychonauts 2, Halo.
Well, your opinion doesn't count. So go ahead, Sean.
So Resident Evil, Inscription. No, I'm kidding. Halo, Psychonauts, Resi, Inscription.
I could fuck with that.
Yeah. Psycho, Halo, Resi, Inscription.
Wait, what did I say?
You said Halo,
Halo,
Okay,
Psychonauts,
Psychonauts.
Resi,
okay,
Inscription.
okay, go ahead.
Mine's the same as Sean's. Halo, Psychonauts, Resident Evil, Inscription.
Okay, so.
We cut a deal about Inscription getting 3.
Wait. Oh, wait.
That's
Ready?
why.
Wait. Ready? Okay, so.
I didn't sign shit. We didn't shake on it.
So, ready? Here's an impasse we can try and solve. Inscription were guaranteed the third spot in Resident Evil at 4, would you be willing to budge on Psychonauts 2 at 1? That's a good. Which would you prefer to see Psychonauts
'cause
at
that-
1 or
That
Inscription?
didn't.
I would prefer to see Psychonauts.
Me
at
and
one.
me and Sean have Halo at 1, but there was a lot more Psychonauts at 1.
Well, I'm
And
asking.
we both had Psychonauts at 2, correct?
I'm
so,
asking
like-
Randy in particular.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What? No, I already said.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
bargaining
he
chip.
already said that's what he's okay with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're cool with that.
I am.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's okay with Psychonauts, Halo, Inscription, Resi.
No, what Matt
No,
was
no,
asking
I
was
was
flip
saying-
1 and 2.
Flip 1 and 2.
If
Oh.
Oh, Halo.
Halo Psycho.
Yeah,
If
Halo,
that was my
Psychonauts,
proposal.
If
Resi,
wait. If Inscription
Inscription.
got 3, if
Yeah.
we bumped Inscription up to 3,
Would
you be
you
willing
bump
to
Psychonauts
down to 2?
That was my proposal. Was Halo,
that's- but
Psychonauts.
that-
I thought Inscription
That's-
already got 3.
That's what
Well,
I was saying.
no,
didn't
because
shake.
we were
Hold
having.
on, but that's a question. That's what I was saying. That's a question for the room, because it seems like Psychonauts is 1 or 2 for everybody
people.
except for Randy,
Psychonauts is my number 3, but it's also.
and Halo is your number 4. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Me and Sean have Psychonauts at 2, but you said Psychonauts was,
I would be happier with Psychonauts at 1.
and you said Psychonauts was 1, and like I gotta tell you, like today at work, this flipped in my head 800 times between Halo and Psychonauts. So
They're weird games to compare.
Yeah.
Right.
But I think a lot of what Psychonauts is doing is so undeniably important. Even though Halo is the
I mean, to
best
be
of
fair,
its
I
class,
said the same thing about
like-
unpacking, and that's not even on
We're
the
still
list.
talking about that.
I
It's
know.
insane to me.
yeah,
Okay.
let it go.
Listen.
Okay. Oh,
Listen.
like that song.
It is time. The bargaining is not working. It is time to just go straight down to the judgment calls. Psychonauts 2 people say why Psychonauts 2 is the best game of the year. Halo people say why Halo is the best game of the year. I don't think we're going to be able to bargain our way out of this one.
Well, no, that's why it's like if it's a vote between those two games, then Psychonauts 2 wins. But if it is like an impassioned
Yeah.
like
But
discourse
Are
back
we-
I
and
don't.
forth,
I
then-
but
I
are
don't
we
know.
agreeing that it's Resident Evil in 4 and Inscription in 3?
No.
Why?
Because
yeah,
'Cause
why?
I like Village better.
yeah, so do I. I was willing to pose the argument that it go Psychonauts, Halo, even though I don't want to, Resi, Inscription.
But now Randy's upset.
Yeah, well, we're
I
not
don't know
going to
why
get out
I
of this
get
without
pumped.
being upset.
Well, now it's
Because
just
I
this
think
weird.
we
like,
can all
Yeah, I think we're pretty set on Psychonauts being 1. Everybody agree to that?
yeah.
I think I'm cool with that.
then the argument is between 3 and 4.
No, I never.
Or
no.
sorry,
I'm not necessarily
kinda.
like.
yeah.
I'm trying.
well, I'm just confused.
I'm trying to push you guys to
Yeah.
say that like you're kind of just laying down and letting me put Halo at 2, which is fine, but like I feel like
I like Halo.
yeah, I'm just saying it's not
like-
set in stone.
I would say I like Halo a lot. I can't reasonably give it number 1 spot over the other ones. I would say at least like that's the only thing. It's like if it's one game that's going to stick out, Psychonauts 2 at number 1. That is one thing.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right, Sean, you're the other Halo number 1 guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where was Village on your list? 3.
Sorry, 3.
Yeah.
Medium.
Yeah. And where was Village on your list?
3.
And so you did Psychonauts, Inscription, Village, Halo? Psychonauts, Halo?
Halo 2.
Okay. And you said Halo was 4. Inscription's 1. And then Village was 2?
Yes, that was his.
Okay.
Randy's.
And where'd you put Village?
2,
Second.
And where'd you put Halo?
3.
My proposal is that we lock in...
Psychonauts.
No. Yeah, we lock in Psychonauts at 1. And then...
You're trying to.
We got to
What would you be happier with, Randy?
You're saying Village at 2 and Inscription at 4, or an Inscription in 3 with Halo at 2?
Yes.
Yeah, that is exactly yes. That's exactly that's we're trying to figure
So
out.
are you
Strange.
proposing?
I'm proposing. I'm proposing
Resi?
Halo is either 2 or 3, and Resident Evil is either 4 or 2. Because we all played Resi, we all loved Resi.
Yeah, I think the passion
Shit.
runs stronger for Resi as
Shit,
since
I would
all
be.
five
I'd
of
be
us.
happy with Resi at 2 for sure.
So the
I
proposal.
wouldn't be unhappy with that.
Yeah.
So Resi number 2, Halo Infinite number 3, Inscription number 4. That's my
Yeah.
proposal.
I don't hate that.
I don't hate
I don't
that.
hate
yeah.
that either.
Yeah, I like that.
I mean, I feel like I
Alright.
should disagree just to be an asshole, but I actually
That seems right. That feels
That's
right.
like
to
that's
my-
me.
very
There
close
was
to
this-
what I
That's
had.
like my third
yeah.
favorite
There
pick.
was this weird thing. There's this weird thing where like I really love Halo Infinite, but I am like so torn between Halo and Psychonauts because I love them for different reasons. And
Right.
it, like
Yeah.
for some reason in my head, because Village, by the way, my number 3 game of the year,
Sure. Yeah.
my
Wait, so
personal.
So what
So
is it?
I was saying like it felt weird Village being at 4 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it was 2 for me as well,
Yeah.
so it's like,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
why I think
So
it makes
wait, what's the order?
sense.
Psychonauts,
Psychonauts
1.
2 at 1, Village at 2, Halo Infinite at 3, Inscription at 4.
That was my order, you fucks.
Yep.
I won. I won all this just
Yeah.
to get you on the
All right,
one.
okay,
I wanted.
now hold
I
on.
think- I think
We're
that-
not done quite yet because
Oh,
I would
fuck
like
you.
to propose bumping Endwalker down to 10
No.
because she's being real
Not
snooty.
a
Yeah, I agree.
Not opposed.
Yeah.
So you know what? And it's like I gotta say, it's like I feel
I
bad.
will murder you all in this room. You will never see the light of day again.
And thus, the deliberations are over. That is our top 10. Round of applause for everyone.
Yay.
The dog's freaking out.
Before we close out and plug up, I am going to read a quick recap of all the award winners.
Ooh.
Starting with day 1, Back for Blood was our best Game Pass game, with Unpacking as the runner-up.
Hey.
Halo Infinite was the game we needed, and Psychonauts 2 came up right behind it. The best aesthetic went to Inscription, while second place went to Emily is Away 3. My best use of music was the Blister in the Sun performance from Life is Strange True Colors. The psychedelic live Cosmic Eye concert in Psychonauts 2 was then chosen as the number 2 entry. And lastly, for the first step, Austin's best use of time loop was The Forgotten City, followed by Returnal, as decided by the rest of the group. Moving on to day 2, the best moment or sequence went to the scene where you free Nikki out of her mind prison in the Guardians of the Galaxy, with Life is Strange, True Colors, Dance with Ducky taking the spot after. Salim from the Dark Pictures House of Ashes was our best new character of the year, while the best boy Cosmo from Guardians got a very close second. The best overall narrative was Psychonauts 2, and the silver medal there was The Forgotten City. Sean's best creature/monster went to the Mall from The Medium, while the gang then selected DaBaby from Resident Evil Village.
baby.
Debate.
Day 3, the biggest disaster plaguing the industry, as well as many others, was the numerous instances of workplace harassment, the chip shortage following that as a distant runner-up. The best remake, remaster, or re-release was the Blizzard Arcade Collection and Quake. Best expansion was an obvious Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker, Disco Elysium, the final cut, being next. Then it was Hoko Life as best Chelsea game with the runner-up, Cozy Grove. Now it's a double dose of MMOs with Matt's biggest time sink. Number 1 going to World of Warcraft's The Burning Crusade Classic, Final Fantasy 14, also sinking your time. On to day 4, the biggest disappointment was 12 minutes, rightfully so. And the GTA Trilogy, Definitively Ugly Edition, majorly stinks too. But on the other hand, Marvel's The Guardians of the Galaxy and Returnal were our biggest surprises in that order. And of course today, the worst piece of trash in 2021 was Skatebird. Balan Wonderworld sucks shit as well. As far as the best stuff goes, beginning with 10, we have It Takes Two. Number 9, Life is Strange True Colors. Number 8, Deathloop. Number 7, The Forgotten City. Number 6, Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. Number 5, Returnal. Number 4, Inscription. Number 3, Halo Infinite. Number 2, Resident Evil Village. And up at the top at number 1, Psychonauts 2.
Yay.
We did it.
You go,
That
Double
was
Fine.
good. Yeah, Double Fine. They did you
Way
dirty
to
at the
crush
He
it.
awards.
deserves it.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah.
you see his suit? I feel
Yeah.
like I've
did-
yelled
we've-
about this
we've
like
been
five.
over this, yeah.
That has to be in like the thumbnail. Oh, I guess it would spoil.
What, me just going, did you see his suit?
So thank you guys tremendously for everything. How many hours of recording did we just do
God.
total?
Of recording or of podcasts? Because I edit out
Recording.
like an hour. Recording, it would be
Because you guys are paying me hourly.
like 30 minutes. Doing Hollywood accounting, we didn't make any money. You got back end points, but we don't have any sponsors, so
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Chelsea, I also found this coupon at the.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That is my handwriting.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Rough estimate like 25 hours.
Oh, it's 25 sounds about right.
Man.
Yeah.
At $25 an hour.
Also, a shout out to our listeners. We know this was a lot. It was a fun experiment, though, and hope you don't hate our opinions too much.
A month of episodes.
If you do, we'll be back with our regular story soon.
Mm-hmm.
Engaging tales of crime and failures and what have you.
And if you didn't like this, then tough shit because we're doing it next year.
Some of us.
You said you're going to come back and talk about paparazzi.
One episode.
Special
And
guest will
just-
call in.
I'm
Guest
just going to
appearance.
talk about paparazzi.
Yeah, Chelsea's category next year is paparazzi.
Keep hearing
of
that
the
Lady
year.
Gaga song just in my head, but with
With Barks? Somebody should do that.
It's a way better rendition.
Someone
Yeah.
make that plea.
All right, well, until then, let's do our plugs and call it a night.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. If you made it through all 5 episodes of this, thank you
Here's
so
a coupon
much
code for
listening. Yeah.
Yeah.
a copy of 12 minutes.
Yeah, the coupon code is hot butts. Couldn't fit buttons.
Yeah.
Had to
Yeah, go on the
supplement.
Xbox store and type hot butts in and you'll get 12 minutes.
BUTTZ.
for
Yeah,
like
yeah.
5% off.
No, you just get it. It's torture. Don't play it. Thank you
They
for
pay
listening.
you.
For
If you somehow skipped to here,
You
Randy-
idiot.
Randy-
Learn how
you-
numbers work.
You probably want a lot more context as to.
Randy spoiled a bunch of shit, but you can still go back and listen to the first 4 parts of this.
How dare
You know,
you.
God, shockingly enough, I don't think we had any major spoilers in the.
No, but you spoiled who won
You
each
spoiled
category.
who won. That's what I'm saying.
Oh.
Yeah, well, whatever. But yeah, this isn't our normal stuff. We usually do like history stuff and controversy stuff,
Yeah.
and there's almost 100 episodes of that.
Holy
And
shit.
we're getting close.
What episode are you at now?
91
Okay.
of the numbered ones.
Yeah.
So there's a whole bunch of content, and you can
Movie
find that
commentaries.
and more on any podcast feeds, but also at hotbuttoncast.com. And you can tune into our socials, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at hotbuttoncast to see what stories we're returning with after our game of the year. And also keep an eye out because we have a little something special planned for episode 100.
Oh, yeah, we
which will
do.
be coming
What is it?
sometime this year.
What is
We're not
it?
spoiling it.
What is it?
I'm not spoiling it. I'll tell you off air. Randy's going to post a butt pic
Nice.
to our Instagram.
Got about 100 of those on myself.
Wait, I control the Instagram accounts. I'm not posting that.
I also have the password.
Okay, well, you post it.
Mm.